Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another game of Super Rugby Pacific. This one, the semi-final, taking place between the Blues and the Brumbies. We're not too far away from kickoff, maybe about 13 minutes, but should be an entertaining game. We already know that the Crusaders are through to the final, which does mean that whoever wins this game, depending on who wins it, we might end up in a little bit of a weird situation because it will either be heading down to Christchurch or it will be staying in Eden Park for this game. But we have got a whole heap of people in the chat. Do appreciate you all being out. I feel like my voice trying to disappear once again. There was a live stream yesterday that had just completely decided that it didn't like me anymore, which I feel like is reasonable because of how much I do use my voice box for these live streams. But quickly looking through at the starting lineup, we will go like this and we will go like this as well. So first of all, for the Blues, the home side in this game, they are definitely going to be a dangerous one to watch out for. And they will be looking to continue their winning record. They've actually won their last 13 games. And they will be looking for another one in this match. Alex Hodgman, Kurt Eklund, and Nepo Lalala as the front row. Then from there it is Josh Goodhue and Tom Robinson for the locks. Kiriwani, Adrian Cho, and Hoskins Atutu slotting in as number 8. One moment, we will go like this. Forgot to unmute myself. There we go. Now we are loud. And Finley Christie starting at number 9. Bowden Barrett at 10. Then it is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck at 12. Rico Ioane at 13. And then AJ Lamb will be slotting in there as the number 11. Mark Talia at 14. Stephen Petafeta at 15 as well. Buller from Fiji says Emanuele, welcome in. And also we have got there looking slick lad out here all. Says that Johnny Longstrong, welcome in. And a very good lineup for the Blues. It certainly is. And hey, Hamish says Obi and Bulls won yesterday against Leinster. They did indeed by 1 point in the end. They were able to get themselves that victory. Now looking through at the Brumbies, James Slipper, Falafai Ngata, and Alan Alalatoa, Darcy Swain, Cadron Neville there as well in the tight 5 for the startup of this match. I feel like I'm not putting sentences together at the moment, but I think that's just because of the pure excitement that I have got for this matchup, as it is only just around the corner, and I don't actually know who's going to win it. To be honest, the Blues should, because of their record that they've got, but the Brumbies have looked like a very class outfit throughout the season. Tom Hooper, Pete Samu, and then Rob Valentini starting in there as the number 8, and returning from injury very recently, Rob Valentini, so he'll be raring to go and excited for this one. Nick White starting in at 9, Noah Alessio at 10, then Ere Simone, Ollie Satsford there as the number 13, and then also Tom Wright, Andy Muirhead, and Tom Banks as the back 3. These are the reserves. I should mention it also come on the Mighty Blues, and also we have got there when they announcing the All Blacks lineup. I believe it is going to be on, I think it's Monday at 7 p.m. And also we have got Amish is really dressed up fancy today. Yeah, for some reason I decided a suit would be a good idea. Again, I actually wore it yesterday as well. I moved to Canterbury last week. Says Noah Smith there. And Big Love Johnny. And also we have got what time is kickoff? It is going to be kicking off in 10 minutes time. So we've still got a little bit of time until we get to see this matchup get underway. But do let me know who you think will be winning this match, ladies and gentlemen. And also who will be the very first try scorer of the match. I know that Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, with the way that he has been going recently, might get a little bit of a shout for a possible try scorer. And g'day to all the Kiwi Lads family. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well. And hope you are excited once again for another matchup. Super Rugby, I'm very excited for this one. As you guys can probably tell, anytime I get too excited, my sentences stop working. And this is one of those times, because this is going to be an absolutely massive clash. Oh, one moment. We'll go like this. And we'll go like this as well. I'm just going to quickly change my thingy-mabob back to... we'll go like this. We'll go like this. And we will go like this. Just having a couple little technical difficulties right at the start of this live stream, but they will be sorted in approximately 2 seconds once I do click that button. And this one, and this one. And there we go. We are back to where we need it to be for this live stream. There we go. It's back up in the scoreboard. I was worried for a second the scoreboard was going to decide to ignore me, but it seems like now it is going to be behaving itself. We will go like this, and we will go like this as well. And now that is all sorted. There we go. Right, we're good. Technical difficulties out of the way. And also, Hamish, were you shocked on Leinster's performance yesterday? A little bit, but like I think they just got a very unlucky, I guess. Well, to be honest, they had a lot of handling errors, which was something that really cost them. Just kidding. Didn't move to Canterbury, still in Taranaki boy. Says Noah Smith, and also I'm too sleepy, says Betty. And also we have got There Go the Blues. And oh, hello, Amelia, says Betty. And also the Blues, says Johan, for this one of who is going to be able to get themselves the win. But Alan Alatoa leading the Brumbies back into the changing sheds. We are only 8 minutes away at Eden Park. And this is going to be a massive clash. Like I mentioned in first try, Rico Ioane says Vula, very good shout there. And then also we have got there the Brumbies for joy, and also Samoa Language Week go the Blues Usos, says Johnny Longstrong and Robinson at lock. Nah, says Gabe Grace for that one. So I guess are you preferring him at loose forward trio kind of material? Because the thing is, with the amount of injuries we've seen recently as well, he could possibly get himself in that loose forward trio for the All Blacks. And we'll be live for the New Zealand selectors meeting on Monday. Says Andrew, if it is at 7 or so in the evening, if it's on Sky, I will try my best to do a live stream for it. But if not, we will have our video coming out straight after they've announced it of who is in the side. And Beauden Barrett for the first try. There's Paddy there. Currently now, we are only 7 minutes away from this matchup getting underway. They're talking to JK, Mills, and also at the moment, Parsons. It's going to be interesting to see who comes out firing for the first 10 minutes of this game, because I know that the Brumbies, they've got a capable side. We have got to get Katie Dixon in the chat. Welcome in. I hope you are doing well. And are you going to be watching this Super Rugby fixture? Do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, how many games of rugby you guys are watching today. Are you watching the Champions, or not the Champions Cup, the URC, a little bit later on tonight? Greens from Malaysia, 29 degrees, feels like 34 degrees. Humidity 82%, raining, wind speed 8 kilometers per hour, and up the Blues. Says Max. Yeah, as well. But for me, if we had to try and pick out a couple key players, I know that Dalton Papali'i would have been one if he was there, but instead it is going to be, it is on YouTube at 11:45 a.m. on Monday. Oh, okay, 11:45. I'll see how I'm going. I know that I've actually got to go to Timaru for the morning, but I don't know what time we're leaving in the morning. So if I'm back by 11:45, then I will do my live stream for that one. But if not, I will end up doing a video instead. I don't know how much I haven't been well after the Chiefs off. Not a good day. Did you heavily drink, David, out of curiosity? And if so, hopefully you do enjoy seeing the Blues come out firing in this game, or the Brumbies maybe pulling off an upset. And I'm in a lot less pain today with my knee. Must have been doing work in regards to Melbourne Rebels active with Xavier, says Amelia there. And also we have there Greg Limpy and Grant Fox will host the AB selection squad for the Test versus Leinster, aka Ireland, says Johnny Long and Strong there. And I'd be deep by den, says Paddy. And also good morning, says Etienne. Welcome in. If you are doing well, hope you are excited for this matchup. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, this is his first playoff game and picking up some tinnies and Timaru, bro, says Johnny. Not quite. I guess picking up some sort of building materials in the process, which of course is not what you're referring to by tinnies. But we have it's got there. Hamish, it was a pain. Every alcohol couldn't fix. Jeez. Steve, but also we have got there. Hey, we're the Melbourne Rebels active. So here's a Melbourne Stockade. Oh, okay. So is that Xavier's account, or is that Amelia at the moment on that account? Do let me know. And also, hi, says Xavier. And also, so many nerves of Xavier. Okay, that makes sense. Welcome in, mate. I'm liking it. So what's going to be going up? Is that going to be kind of like a video channel, or is it just the name that you have gone with, Xavier? Do let me know. And Luz Brumby says, everyone knows it, but I got a fair amount of complaining about it with my knee. Says, oh, I've done a fair amount of complaining about it with my knee, says Amelia. And also so many nerves going into this game. And Aaron, bro, is your back screen Eden Park or Eden Park, which stadium picture behind you? So it is Eden Park. If I go like this, we have got Eden Park across those stands, although you cannot see that writing today because it is pretty full at the moment for the Blues. But I know that it will be even more full next week if we do end up seeing it being a Blues versus Crusaders final in Eden Park. And also, we really good evening, brother, says Ioane, welcome in. And Brumbies winning. It could happen. And upload a video about the Melbourne Stockade. And there as well, says Xavier. And also we have there, come on the Brumbies. And are you going to watch the second session of the cricket? Says Ahmad, I believe that we are going to be doing the first session of the match. And we have got, what time is kickoff? It is only about 3 minutes away. So we're not too far off this game getting underway. It should be a very exciting one indeed. They are just showing the matchup. So we have got no late changes. In fact, okay, so they've actually got one change, which is AJ Lamb is no longer on the left wing. He's actually on the right wing for this game. And Mark Talia going to be out on the other wing. Imagine if the Blues win one a final. It would be absolutely massive if that was the case. Here we go. I'm going to have a little bit of hay fever due to the fact that I only woke up about 30 minutes ago, to be honest. I was up late doing the other live streams, and now we have got some more matchups coming for you live tonight, plus the cricket, plus the URC semi-final between the Stormers and also Ulster. That should be an exciting contest as the Blues lost a game from round 1 to 15. Says Mari, they have lost one, or Marie, it might actually be, sorry. They have lost just the singular game, and that was actually in the first round. But other than that, and other than losing by 1 point, every time the Blues have made their way out onto the park, they have had a victory. Last week, they were able to score 5 tries up against the Highlanders, and they were the only side in the quarterfinal to not concede a single try. Beauden Barrett going to be leading out his men here. And this is going to be massive for the Blues. I'm just looking through at that lineup. I mean, you got Beauden Barrett leading them out. Then you got Rico Ioane, Tom Robinson. This is a good Blues outfit. You've got Mark Talia slotting in there afterwards. They bet 37 defenders last time that these two sides met, and it was that last-minute Beauden Barrett drop kick that sealed the deal for them. Now the Blues making their way out onto Eden Park in front of 20,000 or so, I believe was the comment just then. And also, yep, that's where I'm heading. My bet brother Insiders versus Blues along, or final OMG reliving early Super Rugby 20 years ago. And let's go Blues, says Nathan there as well. But Roger Tuivasa-Sheckie's had 1 try throughout Super Rugby Pacific. That was last week up against the Highlanders. Can he replicate that and get himself another there? It looks like the players are having some oranges or some drinks of some sort while they wait for the Brumbies to make their way out onto the park. They scored 4 tries last week up against the Hurricanes. It was a big upset. The Blues lost from which team? It was actually the Hurricanes, which is a side that the Brumbies just bet. And bad night for Leinster. I was at it as well, says Luke. Yeah, it didn't quite go the way that they would have liked to, that is for sure. And also out the Blues, hello everyone, says Des. And also it's a power pack. Motor Barrett got to have a good game, I feel it. And also the Canes to Marie there. Or Marie, sorry. And also we have got there, I have been in Auckland for 16 years and cannot bring myself to support them, says Mysterion. See, that's the thing. There has been so much heartbreak for the Blues. So that's probably understandable overall. But is this now going to be the turning point of their momentum? The thing is, I think they would have liked a lot easier of a side than the Brumbies, to be honest. Because the Brumbies are a side that just cause New Zealand sides problems in important games. We've seen it in the past. We saw it for the Hurricanes last week. Could it be the same here at Eden Park? The Blues, there are actually more empty seats than I expected for this one. An Amish Bro Blue win this game, says Michelle and Crusader supporter for life. And also the laughing faces from Katie. And also, swear my little bro was overprotective. He legit didn't let me leave my room once. I love him to the left, though, says Amelia. And we will quickly go like this just before the kickoff gets underway. They are just showing some Nick White stats as he has been able to get himself 7 try assists throughout this season. Big Rob Valentini back. Going to be awesome to see him in action. And also, hey, look at Warriors. They'll be so harsh on the Blues in 18 years of it. And high says Max, welcome in, mate. It's going to be Ben O'Keefe in charge of this one. Angus Gardner, Stu Curran, and Shane McDermott on the TMO. But this game, the second semi-final of Super Rugby, just about to get underway, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the Kiwi Lad Sport. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and we are only sitting about 55 away from being able to reach that goal. But the countdown is on. Blues playing their first semi-final at Eden Park since they beat the Brumbies 42-21 in 2003. Now it's going to be kicked off by the Brumbies. The crowd are loud for this matchup, and it's taken nicely by Josh Goodhue, 25 metres out from his own line. So a good claim of the ball there for the Blues early on. It looks like they are going to be using a few of those big forwards, such as Alex Hodgman. Now has a bit of a carry, but he is driven down relatively quickly. Evening, Amish. Good to be back. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Good morning. And the Azar says it was Filipino. I hope you are doing well. Beauden Barrett now kicks the ball up high. Waiting for this one to come down. It's a good kick, and it's an awkward one for Noel Alessio. He's chipped it back into the hands of Rico Ioane almost, but he did drop it. And now it is an advantage in favour of the Brumbies. 40 metres out now. I will quickly go like this. Hey, there was a double knock on there. So now it is going to be a scrum feed for the Brumbies about 40 metres out from the line. Bowden Barrett, first try easy. Enrico Ioane with the first try. Good morning, says T, and welcome in. Hope you are doing well. And also, Blues ain't been in the finals for too long. It's their time. And also, Bob Barrett. Sounds... Because I know that the father's name was Smiley Barrett, wasn't it? Was that his nickname or was that actually his name? Smiley Barrett. Can't quite think of whether or not it was his name, but the pack weight, 911 kgs for the Brumbies, 903 kgs for the Blues here. And this is going to be a very testing moment at the scrums. Now, I was actually talking to someone yesterday who said that the Brumbies scrum, they felt would actually be the stronger of the two. And we're going to have a scrum reset right now as the early mistake has taken place. But currently 2 minutes through this game, and it seems like a bit of an early start, mate. Hay fever is a real booger. And there, as says Mysterian, yeah, it is a little bit rough overall because, yeah, at this stage I haven't been able to find any, like, tablets or anything that actually help for it. I've gone through about 5 different ones. I was like, bro, I keep getting grinder ads before I watch your streams. What's up with that? Says Johnny Long and Strong. I mean, we don't pick the ads, I should clarify, but I guess maybe it's from other stuff that you searched up, Johnny. Maybe it's kind of all joined in. It also, the Blues says T, and it also did Crusaders win. They did indeed. So it does mean that whoever they end up, it's going straight through. And Ray Simoni will come back to that because that is acceleration. And that's going to be the try for the Brumbies after only 2 minutes into this match. That's how you start a game. That is more tries in the first 3 minutes than we saw scored against the Blues in all 80 minutes of their game up against the Highlanders. And Ere Simoni just accelerated and went straight through. And Kevin Smiley Barrett says, Mysterion, I've had it for 40 years. And Chiefs beat themselves last night, stuffed up 4 tries. Ere Simoni just sliding over the line, celebrating big time. It was just a flat run. Missed tackle by Stephen Perafeta, which then put him through a gap. Bowden Barrett didn't have the acceleration and needed to stop him either. And Barrett says Katie, and also Brumbies scored. They did indeed. Early try for the Brumbies there. And we will add them to the try scorers list. Some money. And it was in the 3rd minute that he was able to score it. We'll go like that. And like this as well. The crowd are booing Noel Alicio. They are not happy with the start. We have got a donation as well from Nathan. Thank you very much, mate. Although it does come through as just plain old super sticker. So what I will do is I will quickly bring it up so I can see what that super sticker is. It really annoys me how it doesn't show on the live stream, unfortunately. But we'll see what we can find out for that one. And also we've got the Amberti says this, and also how the All Blacks looking for this season, says Turbo Tom. It's going to be a bit of a struggle maybe up against the Irish, although we did see Ireland or a lot of the Irish players and Leinster struggle a little bit up against the South African side. So I feel like it's going to be a good start. I have $50 on the Brumbies, says Jack Lacey there. So you'll be a relatively happy man for how this one started. And the emoji was a big old clap by the looks of it from Nathan. And that is exactly what the Brumbies supporters will be doing. South African and Aussie teams winning. What's happened to rugby, says Sebastian. Now 7-0. In favour of them. And also we have got there, can you please turn the camera to the TV? Unfortunately, due to licensing, if I was to show any match footage or audio, we get taken straight down off YouTube. But the highlights will be on the Super Rugby YouTube channel straight after the match. So you will be able to check those out. Now Bowden Barrett goes for the grubber behind Nick White, taking it nicely. Now Noah Lalicio, it looks like he's been shut down relatively quickly by AJ Lamb and Bowden Barrett. They're both holding him up, and it has almost become a rolling maul now. And that ball doesn't look like it's coming out of there at all, and it is going to be the scrum feed now for the Blues. Okay, he was down, then he got back up, then the maul was created, and also I'm playing Rugby Challenge 3. And yeah, he says Mr. Akumi, and also we were the Crusaders to take the final, says Brian, and also far out. What a start. Come on, the Brumbies. And Brumbies will win, says Mr. Is it Oikimi? Hopefully I've said that correctly. And also, just chilling, says it was Katie Dixon. And also welcome back. Another great weekend of rugby, says Abdul Malik. The chat is going very quick at the moment, I have noticed. And yeah, I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you are new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Sport channel as we are flying towards the 1,000 over there. And we have got a few more videos coming up on there relatively soon which does involve the All Whites qualifying matchup. So whether or not they make it through to the FIFA World Cup will all be determined by their matchup up against Costa Rica, but we will be covering that over on the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. On down on the front row, so that's going to have to be a scrum reset. Oh, a little bit of an extra push there from the Blues. I think Nipololala and James Slipper, they were just having a couple words. Nipololala decided that he wasn't too happy with going down on the front row, so he wanted to put a little bit of an extra push in after he had gone down. Tactical. And also, we have there, why are you wearing a suit? Says Richard, why aren't you wearing a suit? Richard, do let me know. It's more because it's just a big match, isn't it? So I decided I'd wear it for this matchup. I did have it on all of yesterday as well. And also, we've got the Blues will lose. And also, we've got there, I've been supporting the All Blacks for 30 years. Ever since Richie and Dan retired, they have gone backwards. Yeah, two massive names in New Zealand rugby that they lost. And now, I guess they're trying to find something to help fill that gap. And who knows, maybe one of these young players could be the next. Because I know that Ethan Blackadder gets compared to Richie McCaw quite a bit, but he's currently injured, sadly. I think he either broke his wrist or did something serious to it. And also make sure to subscribe if you like the content. And how did the Black Cats end up their day? They were actually sitting 312 for 4. So doing very nicely. Now Stephen Pitafeta trying to step his way through, but nicely done by Andy Muirhead. Now Tom Robinson, Big Red as he's nicknamed in the Auckland region, loves fishing. And he wouldn't mind being able to make his way through and score himself a try. And this game, Akira Ioane gets that ball from Rico. The Ioane brothers linking up. Now back to Tom Robinson. Still driving forward here for the Blues. They're sitting about 35 metres out, and they have got the advantage now. Stephen Pitafeta goes back to Bowden Barrett. Wide cut-out pass straight into the hands of Roger Tovasashek. Tries to bump off the tackle of Tom Wright. Both men ex-NRL. That's all I should mention there. Go like this and like this. They're now going back for the penalty, and Amish, the ladies' man, looking sharp in his suit. All the ladies get moist looking at Hamish. He's Johnny Long and strong. And also, just as long as the All Blacks beat the Wannabes, so here's Turbo Tom and also Tom Christie and Cullen in the ABs. What do you think? I mean, I think Cullen Grace has really put in, a big argument to be in that side. Tom Christie, I think he might get in if it's due to Papali'i missing out. But if Papali'i is available, I think more than likely they'll say we've got our sevens because they might go with Sam Cane as well. I got the Blues by 15 points and under, but I've also predicted Hoskins Satutu for an anytime try. So here's John, and it looks like Bowden Barrett. In fact, Stephen Pitafeta will be lining up this three-pointer, try and get them back into the game. And hi, Kiwi lads, hope you are well, mate. I'm doing very well, mate. What's good, brother? So here's pre-game foul, and also Kyle, I should mention there. And 2 donations Cricket Live yesterday and one again today. Says Minecraft. Yeah, at the moment, everyone, it's almost like it's Christmas. Everyone's in a very generous mood as we currently sit near finals time. But yeah, it is hugely appreciated to everyone. And also, I see we have got a new member on the channel as well from a little bit earlier on into the live stream. In fact, right when the live stream started, and that was one moment. I'm quickly going to find it. That was Pinetoa Tafuna. So I do appreciate you becoming a channel member there as well. And also Early Days Blues like 50 and Akira as a beast man. Says Tesla. Now ready to line up this kick. Stephen Pitafeta's got that one nicely. And that will now make the score 3 points to the Blues, 7 to the Brumbies. And that's the thing, you can't really count out the Blues until the final whistle. And the reason I say that is because they ended up in a very weird situation up against the Rebels. Like, remember, they were 14-0 down, and then they went on to win that game by about 50 points. I'm grinding me herbs, readying the bong. And also, welcome to all new members. There's Katie Dixon there as well. Now, this one has been kicked high, waiting for it to come down. Nicely taken by Stephen Pitafeta. Cross to Christie. They are inside of their own 22 currently for the Blues. Rico Ioane trying to spring back to his feet. And now Christie, Nick White rushed up. Pitafeta will be the man who is kicking that one. And also, you should stream on Twitch while showing the game. My mate Fred does it with the NRL Super Rugby every week, says Kyle. So are Twitch less strict or something? Or is it just that, like, no one knows to look on Twitch type thing? And also, let's go to the Blues. Says Obi. And also, tonight we drink from the bong. And also, Blues to make an inspirational comeback, says Shane. Nick White has been cleaned out. And because of it now, Bowden Barrett has got this ball back for the Blues. Hoskins Satutu finds the offload off to a Kiriawani, trying to break the line, but a good low tackle in by Falau Fainga'a. Now Christie goes back to Choate, who is in that number 7 jersey, rather than Dalton Pawalini. Now looking for the 50-22. It's not quite going to work out for him. About 25 metres out now, and a whole year's worth daily cone bong water. And Saturday equals herbs, says Sebastian. And also so glad the Bulls won last night. And the Bulls and the Blues for life. And who are for you? Who's going to win? I think, for me, the Blues should win. But the Brumbies, out of all of the sides in the competition, I feel like that is the side that could upset them. Even though they haven't beaten them yet, they were so close to beating them up until that last-minute drop goal from Bowden Barrett. And also, he doesn't get copyright, says pre-game foul. And also, what a kick, says Betty V. And also, far out, says Amelia. And hi, my man, Johnny. Says Barry Green there. And also, I want to see a match, Munster versus Edinburgh. I think it might have took place earlier on in the season for the URC, didn't it? But now Ulster versus the Stormers is going to be coming up. And that will be the game later on tonight. And hi, Bertie V. And also after Blue Bulls. And there's Rob Valentini. Going to be manhandled there by AJ Lamb. They're going for the counter ruck there. The Blues. And it's a penalty there to the Brumbies. Okay, side entry. Well, I ended up. I just saw Kurt Eklund apologise to Nick White. That's very mature from Kurt Eklund. He's gone from suplexing people last year to now being quite nice. So I feel like that's quite the turnaround. And also, Blues should win. Then again, Leinster should have won as well. That is very true. And Kelly says Barry Green and Jake White, World Cup winning coach. He knows his stuff, says Johnny Longstrong. And also, as Titans are getting flogged every week, says Turbo Tom. And there, yeah, I think at this stage, I mean, who's doing better, the Titans or the Warriors? Because I know that both of us are struggling at the moment, aren't we? Also, 300 watching you, Legends of the 10 out of 10 from Katie Dixon. So, yeah, anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. I will put the link in the chat there. What happens here from AJ Lamb? Does he step into touch? I think he might have. So now it is actually a Brumbies line out. So that is an early mistake from AJ Lamb. Penalty advantage now for the Brumbies. This is like a weird juggling of hay fever and rugby at the moment. It's tricky to do, but hopefully it's going all right. Now 25 metres out. Now the counter ruck from Rieko Ioane doesn't get it right. And now the Brumbies from about 25 metres out. In fact, it might be closer to 30 or 35 on the angle. The question is, do they want the 3 or do they want to go for the corner? And also, Katie, my lovely, long time no see, I'm good. And you, dear, says that you're the most. It also, the Warriors are higher up on the ladder in early days, but far out, the Brumbies have had a good start, as Amelia. So they certainly have. It was quite cool to see that the top 4 were the top 4 for semi-final rugby. And bring on the Bowden Barrett show, says Shane. Okay. Falau Fainga'a, I think, was having a big chat with Ben O'Keefe there, just trying to ask if they can get something out of the Blues. And also, I'm well, brother, tankies. And also, we go there bringing on the Bowden Barrett show. And also, early days, but far out, the Brumbies are doing well. And Warriors are higher on the ladder, says Turbo Tom. Nice. What ranking are the Brumbies at the moment? Turmeric and lemon for you. And there, yeah, probably do need to work on the vocal cord after this live stream. Although, to be fair, we've got about 3 more. And then after that, we've actually got a bit of a spell in the talking department. And what? Says Ioane. And also, we have got keep the lights coming, guys. And also, if you do enjoy, do subscribe to watch more live streams. And if you want to help this man out, considering becoming a member and getting cool emotes with the 10 out of 10. And that's good to hear, Katie, that you are well. And Bowden Barrett brought his wife's parents' multi-million-dollar mansion in Auckland to his Mrs. Family. Milk and Bowden Barrett try. Says Johnny Long is strong. But now, 10 metres out from the line here for the Brumbies. They are practicing the rolling maul. And they are trying to march, and it looks like it's working for Falau Fainga'a. It's a separate rolling maul, which is a little bit of an interesting situation for them, but they're only a metre short now. Tom Hooper gets close. And the Brumbies, can they get themselves over the try line? Looks like it's held up. Now it's available for Alan Alatoa. Short. Once again, Rob Valentini. No, he doesn't get the pop pass. Still down, or staying down. Good defence from the Blues here from the last little while. Now, Nick White, he's waiting for it. I think he actually joined that ruck instead. Did he? No. Now, Darcy Swain going around the side. Now still at the back. I actually managed to do that in between a phase, which was quite impressive. Still trying to get over the line that time. It is now held up, and it will be a goal line dropout. That is definitely a win for the Blues there. And also Nick White go wide, and defence says that he attacks. And me and Johnny Long and Strong had a weird conversation yesterday at the end. Kelly says Barry Grant also holding on. Ref says, Daddy, I'm going to call you something else other than that. I think we need Caleb Clark. I think he's injured at the moment, unfortunately, which does mean that he is missing out. Say it is Brumbies final there as well. And also, come on, Blues, you are good. Do you think it also, did you build a house? Because I believe it with the 10 out of 10. Or did you build the house? Sorry. And also, we're defense. And also, Barry, you two express yourselves feelings for each other. Here's your demise. So that's going to be drop kick downfield from Bowden Barrett. Oh, that's a drop from Tom Hooper. Okay, Tom Hooper's not good here. He looks like he's got a bad shoulder. He might be concussed as well. Not a good combo, but they found him perfectly. And he's trying to reach for the ball, but his shoulder is just not in place. Right, this could be the end of Tom Hooper's night. The good news for the Brumbies is they went with the 6-2 split off their bench. I was slaying my teacher yesterday. If you know what I mean, Johnny Long and Strong says Barry greeted also bro, lol butterfingers. And thank you, appreciated. Says, I see, that's the thing. I can't really call you the first part of your name, and I can't call you the second. Have you got a first name that I could use? Money on the underdogs today up the Brumbies, says Lauricio. And that's the thing. The Brumbies are a side that can cause upsets. And like they're shown, they are brilliant in a second half of rugby. And they have also got the most points out of any side in the first 20 minutes in the competition. He got a bunk shoulder. And how do I get members, says Rice? It is through the join button on the channel. There is a little tiny button when you're on the home screen of a YouTube channel that does have join. But I'll also, I think I can find a link. If you are interested, one moment. I'll go like this. Okay, Tom Hooper looks like he is going to be going off the field, and also press the join button next to the subscribe button. And there's what will go like this, I think. One moment. I go like this. As you can tell, I have no idea what I'm doing on YouTube half the time. There we go. That is the link to become a channel member for anyone who is interested in that. And you do get access to the random emojis that you have seen kind of passing through the chat every once in a while. And 17 is still underage buffoon. Says your demise there. And also we have got there, you get these beautiful emojis. Says Tesla with the Karen, the Try, the George, the 10, the New Zealand, the Christmas, the Out, the Billy, the George, or the Hamish, sorry, and the 6. And plus the badge next to your name. And as the join button right next to the subscribe button, brother. Here's Katie. Now sitting 17 and a half minutes through this game here. The Blues about to feed this ball into the scrum. My hay fever is sucky today, I'll be honest. It's not doing well. That's going to be the penalty now to the Blues for the front rows going down. Front row collapsing against the Brumbies. I believe that was against James Slipper, so he's going to have a very big battle. Straight down it goes. And also, let's go Brumbies, says Davida. But now the Blues, they are going to have themselves a line out. Hey, brother. And there's well. And hey, man, and her all. There's Brandon. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're excited for this game. Currently, Kurt Eklund about to throw on this line out ball. Taken at the front by Josh Goodhue. Nicely done by the Blues. And they are looking to still gain a few more meters. They've actually already earned another advantage. Going to be the penalty advantage. So Bowden Barrett, he'll go for some sort of kick here. Goes for, I guess, just the high boot. Oh, Nick White's almost had his head taken off by Tom Banks. I think he said sorry about that. And Nick White's going, how about next time you listen to me say mine rather than taking me bloody head off? But now they're going to be going back. Playing the man in the air as the penalty. And holy moly, says Gary Dixon. And also, you still be streaming Rugby Challenge 4. I am actually hoping to bring it back a little bit more in the near future once Super Rugby has kind of died down a little bit. Just when we get a little bit more spare time, then we are going to be bringing back possibly a career mode of some sort, but we might do it as live streams rather than as videos. And also get it, boys. And also All Blacks team naming on Monday. What's everyone's prediction for the squad, says Tessa. We have actually got a video coming out tomorrow where we will be predicting our All Black squad and also our starting lineup and possibly some players who make their way in. Yeah, so he's got a big shot there, Nick White. It looks like the eyes were possibly watering a little bit there, trying to shake it off. And also Nigel Thornberry says, watch the mustache yell and take the 3 again. Calm down, everyone. Or calm everyone down. Says, yeah, they are actually. See, because the thing is, with that one being taken back, could they have gone for the 5-meter scrum instead? He's probably trying to get rid of that a huge slug on Nick White's lip. Yeah, it's certainly an impressive one. I think most impressive, most impressive mustache in the competition, it's either going to be Nick White or Charlie Gamble. I would say one of those two have probably got the best one in the comp. Now, Stephen Perafeta strikes it, sneaks it in, and that will be another one for the Blues, another 3-pointer that is, and they should kick to the corner. There's Ioane, and that is now going to be 20 minutes gone. 6 points to 7 in this game. Nigel Thornberry, and also I hope Marty Banks and James Blackwell get selected for the ABs. There's Johnny Long and Strong. And also we need a new Rugby Challenge game. Also, what's your thoughts on Rugby 22? It wasn't too bad, Rugby 22, but I haven't played it a lot overall since it came out. A man took Movember to another level, says Tessie. Certainly did. And I'm interested today live streaming, says Brandon. Also, which Aussie sportsman has the most impressive mustache? Nick White or Merv Hughes? I think it's going to be Merv, doesn't it? And Merv could probably drink his weight in liquor as well, which is very impressive to go alongside it. David Boone also had a decent stash in his day, I would say. Going back for another penalty now, and that is going to be a penalty in favour of the Blues. So the discipline of the Brumbies just getting a little bit, maybe not the best. Last little while, and also we've got these 6 to 7. Come on, the Blues, and also moves every day, all day. Says Turbo Tom, and also moves is better, I think. And also can't forget Big Carlsmo. That is true, although I think he shaved it, which was very weird because he had very, very, I guess, a very, very good one. And Carl's would have been the best. Or Carl would have the best, says Paddy Wagon, and definitely Merv. And also, Carl's is impressive too. And also Katie Dixon, Mitch Johnson, and 2 Ginger Ninjas on the Blue squad. I am mad at it. And too many penalties by the Brumbies. Yeah, they've had a few all slippery out there at the moment for Eden Park. Roger Tovasashek did slip forward about 5 meters, was able to hang on to that ball. Okay, who's that? I think that might be Nick White lying in a ball in the background. That doesn't look too good for him. So I don't know whether or not that's from the head knock that he took earlier on, that he does not look in a good way and will more than likely have to come off for just an HIA at minimum, really. Nice offload from Perafeta up to Tom Robinson. Rieko Ioane using his acceleration, tries to step straight through, but Tom Banks able to drag him down inside of 15 meters now for the Blues. Christie goes off to Bowden Barrett with the step, and he's seen a bit of a gap up the middle, but tackled by Valentini. 22 minutes through currently, and it's crazy how talented they are. And did the Bowden Barrett or the Barrett parents ever play rugby? Smiley Barrett did. He used to be in the All Blacks for quite some time. Went back to Mark Talia now. Right, that was very unfortunate time, but Hoskinson Tutu has just gone in for the try for the Blues as well. Did spin out of that tackle once they found a couple offloads in a row. I believe it was Mark Delias that went through, and the Lorax from Dr. Seuss, had an impressive stash. He certainly did. That old Lorax, that's the one that I haven't watched in a while. Who's watched Horton Hears a Who? Has anyone seen that movie? And also, I have chills. Says Tesla. Perafeta. He went down and found the offload up to Tom Robinson, and it was just offload after offload from the Blues. Rieko Ioane, he was able to flick it off. In fact, they just got it set. And then from there, Hoskinson Tutu round the side, spinning and going in. And does manage to score the try. And also, you got monkeypox, Shane. Not that I know of. More just hay fever. I once smelt a flower, and now I sneeze every time I see one. Not really, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Definitely during a semi-final of the rugby. It was fine yesterday for Crusaders versus Reds. Crusaders versus Chiefs. But today, it's kind of fire back a little bit more. And also, we've got they go the Blues at 11 to 7 for the Blues. And also, Mighty Blues are bubbling hot. He's man at the chat, but now Stephen Perafeta. Oh, We're checking something? Okay, they were just clearing that one to make sure that it was all right, but that kick has gone over from the Blues now, and it is going to be 13 points to 7. So they are saying that Nick White might not be in a good way. We'll go like this quickly. Try scorers, and it is a 2-2. Has been able to score himself a try in the 24th minute. There we go. And that one to the bottom of the screen. And we're all sorted also who scored for the Brumbies. It was actually Irasamoni who scored in the 3rd minute of the game. It's a high kick from Bowden Barrett. Taken nicely by Noah Lolosio off to Andy Muirhead now. Trying to pierce his way through a gap, but Nebel Lala was able to close that gap very quickly. And Hoskins says it was Lauricio. And also, what movie was that again, Hamish? It was Horton Here's a Who, a Dr. Seuss one about an elephant. Anyone seen that one? Probably not really. I don't think it's a very popular one. I don't know how we ended up at the movie theater watching it. I think we went to watch Transformers, but it wasn't there. Something along those lines. But now the Blues have been able to steal it once again now. I can't believe Nick White's still out on the field currently as it sits, because he has been looking a bit shaky for the last maybe 5 minutes or so. In Dr. Seuss type movie, yes, I remember it. Says Richard, and also with yes, the like button was hit. Appreciate your commentary, my man, and doing a great job, mate. Mate, cheers. Says Shane. Yeah, anyone who does want to help out, pay for my tissue bill that is currently racking up big time. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. I swear I don't normally have the hay fever this bad. It's just today, of all days, it's decided to really fire up. And also, nice counter rack. And also, I watched the game last night. Amish, no chance against the Satyrs, and also just Waimea have a cinema. We do have a movie theater, although we don't get a huge amount of movies compared to up the road. You probably get I don't know, maybe one a week. No, I'm not too sure what they've got at the moment. Maybe a few a week, something around there. But it isn't a huge movie theater, but there is only just the one, I guess, area, if that makes sense, rather than the little ones that is not straight from the Brumbies. And now it will be a scrum feed for the Blues. We have fixed that once again. This is becoming a broken record, isn't it? With me having to blow my nose at random hours due to feeling like I'm going to sneeze. And also 400 viewers, so is awesome. Yeah, it is hugely appreciated. You guys will be there for this live stream. And we are going to be doing the final next week between the winner of this game and the Crusaders, whether it's taking place at Eden Park or whether it is going to be a game taking place at Orange Theory Stadium will depend on the result of this matchup. Very nicely stolen by, it was Tom Robertson at the Rolling Mall. I have a question for everyone. Why does a nose run? Why does it do it? Do let me know the kind of science behind it, making Bay Blues. And also, hold on, Spider. Gotta beat these blokes first. And your mo probably smells like flowers processed too. So that could be it. Maybe I don't think it's through. Maybe I've been no, I don't think I've. So Flowers have got to beat the blokes. These blokes first. Said it was Nazi Williams. So that is going to be a mistake there once again. It's a lot of handling errors coming through in the later stages of this first half, but it's very slippery out there by the looks of it at Eden Park. And also run the ball. Says Daddy Fat Sacks. Can I call you anything other than that? Have you got a nickname? Maybe Isaac or Zach. I could call you Zach if you like. It would be quite ideal. Now, I'm about 40 meters out from the line here, 29 minutes into this game. Still a relative stalemate. And also, in most cases, it's because of mucus buildup in your nasal cavity and sinuses due to a trigger or allergen. Your nose then fills up with excess mucus that drains through your nostrils. Well, that sounds kind of gross, doesn't it? But I guess it's just, what has happened of yourself. And also, we have got their win back. And yeah. And also, so Leinster losing twice. What does that mean for Ireland versus New Zealand? I don't think it changes too much overall for the I guess, matches because they'll be completely different. And also, look at you, Modern Gareth, excellent candidate, says Sebastian. And also, we have got there, call him Father Sacks, says it was KT Dixon. And also, we got Eden Park next week, brother. There's Aman. And also, we have got there, just call him Fatty. And also, good work, as you always. Don't let the fans down. There's Monty. Yeah, we have been here for, I think we've only missed one Super Rugby game, which was a Sunday fixture after doing about 5 in a row on the Saturday. But overall, we've done every single game that we can of Super Rugby Pacific. That's going to be kicked out on the full from Perifeta, but luckily for him, I think it was inside of the 22, and they did have the initial advantage for knock on anyway. So thank you, says Gareth, and I was like, hello, Seb, says Patty there as well. And also, we have got, I want someone, I got something on Discord, or I want to modding, is Brandon. Luke Raymer, he is out there on the field currently. That is for Tom Hooper. And I'm quite surprised that Nick White is still out on the field. And Pappy Sacks, and also, why do they say your nose runs and your feet smell? That always confuses me. That's very deep, isn't it? Yeah, I guess you've got a decent argument there. So I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. There we go. And also, I've got there Flappy Sacks, says Patty. And so we have got there big love people. I can finally chill on the stream. My boss is a bit of a prick lately, you see, says Sebastian. And also, because your nose smells and your feet run, there's John. Maybe it's one that we're going to have to ask who invented the nose. Well, no one really invented the nose, did they? But who said that it is a nose and that it runs? And also, we have got there HB Nutsacks. And can we call him Kevin? Says Jay there. I mean, to be fair, have you, Jay, on the other channel, have you had anyone called Sax lately coming through? Because we did have someone who was spamming about free speech the other night, and his name had Sax in it. Have you had that guy on the other channel yet? And did you just mention something about nasal congestion? Says Sax, they did. Now, I was going high, taken nicely by Andy Muir for the Brumbies, only sitting 40 metres out from their own line now. Bit of a counter ruck from Mark Talea, and they've done that about 4 times throughout this match now, the Blues. And they look like they're trying their absolute best to get this ball as often as physically possible throughout this first half. They know that if they give the Brumbies any ball, they will try and make you pay. And also, I thought I'd never see the day that we would be discussing nasal congestion in the chat room. Very true. And also, Kev the Sacks, says Sebastian there. Now hanging on to it. Tom Robinson's been put upside down there in the breakdown, but goes back to Finley Christie now. Bowden Barrett in the pocket decides to kick it straight down the middle, and damn filthy bosses. And there, as I said, Johnny Longstrong, and also in a Romy chat room, says it was Sacks. Taken nicely by Peter Feeder back to Bowden Barrett. It's just a kicking game at the moment, I should mention. Both sides just going bit. And also we have got there, not that I remember. We'll keep an eye out, though, and what's his username. I know that the first one that he had was, I think it was Saxon, the first one, but then the one yesterday on a Leinster live stream, I can't remember the name, but I'll have to get back to you on it. AJ Lamb now breaking for the Blues, beautifully selling the dummy. And now Finley Christie just needs to link up. It's been slapped down and it's gone backwards in the end. And now Hoskins Atutu flings the wide ball out to Tuavasa Sheck, trying to step his way through. Nice tackle from Tom Wright. Those two have gone head-to-head just a few times. We'll go like this. Another offside advantage in favour of the Blues. Bowden Barrett breaks through, gives it off to Peter Feeder. Quick answer, Mark Delia. Oh, he goes over himself. And it was lucky that he scored because he could have passed it off to Akira, but he doesn't need him. The Blues score. And that is going to be another one and also go. And then also, I'm sure he'll end up at Ram Ranch. More than likely, yeah. And also the try says Max. And come on, the Blues, you big bully, leave them alone, says Spider Mac. But they have just scored another try, and it was Mark Delia who was able to go in for it. There we go. We'll go like this. And it was in the, I'd say, 33rd minute or so, wasn't it? Yeah, he was able to score that one, Mark Delia. That will be a very useful try for the Blues just before halftime as well. And also drinking or dunking ginger nuts in tea used to be the normal thing. Now, if you dunk a ginger's nuts in tea, it's considered assault. John. And Saxon was a legend. Loved by few, bollocked by many. Says Sebastian. And also who says it was Sax there, but it is a nice offload. And Mark Talia just uses that power. Who is that out on the wing? I think a couple of the players look out on their feet at the moment for the Brumbies. It was Noel Alicio. He stayed down a little bit longer, but Nick White, I'm surprised he's still out on the field, and Blues finding their mojo. And then also the try says Aman. Now, 35 minutes through this one. Stephen Petafeta, most points in the Super Rugby competition currently. And beautiful try. Says Nazi, and also that's right, get him out of here. And also say it as you be scared, you should be. Says Spider Mick. Yeah, Eden Park. It's a whole different story because at the moment the Crusaders, Petafeta once again, making that one go straight down the middle. And now the score will be 20 points to 7. Same score as we did see in the match yesterday. Taken nicely by Bowden Barrett. And he has had a big game because he has been finding the men that he's after. AJ Lamb had a nice run. And a salad dumping a little bit earlier on, 18-7 to the Blues. And also Amish, my man, says, Bella, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And also loving this loose Hail Mary rugby. Says Octo Dad. Yeah, the Blues are just throwing caution to the wind, trying to see whether or not they can break down that structured play of the Brumbies that they normally have at the gym. I can do 240 on the leg press. Says it was a max. Yeah, I can do 2.4 kgs on the leg press. Which, I mean, I don't mean to brag, but like, I might go up to 2.5 kgs very soon. Just because I'm feeling kind of strong. And also, ain't over till the Beast Lady sings, says Nazzy Williams. And also, at the Blues, says Emma there in the chat as well. We'll go like this. And I will once again go like this. Hay fever sucks, ladies and gentlemen. It very much sucks. And congratulations, Hamish, says Max. And big man Hamish. I can hang 240 off my saggy sacks and do pull-ups. Well, that's a weird flex, isn't it? But I guess each to their own. That would be painful, wouldn't it? That would hurt very badly. But currently now, 30 meters out from their line. We've had a lot of resets at the moment. Go the Blues. And there as well, says Karen. And Finley Christie about to feed this ball in. And also, I hope you feel better, Hamish. Says Katie Dixon here. Currently, I think it's just from like, I don't know. It's always when I wake up on a Saturday, I seem to have hay fever. I don't know what it is. Like, it's literally Saturday is the worst day. I was like, Johnny, do you want to fight? Says Max, and also we're there, Johnny be flexing. Says Nazi Williams, and also you would have to be nuts to do that. And isn't it winter over there? I thought hay fever manifests itself during the warm season. Yeah. It's really weird because I've had it for like 5 months. And I'm also maybe a hit from your favorite top shelf could subdue your hay fever, bro. Soldier on, mate. Says Shane. That's the thing. Even if my nose is running like flat out, we're still going to be here every live stream. We actually had one, was it 2 weeks ago? My nose started bleeding on live stream, and I just sat here like that for the whole first half while it was kind of just pissing out with blood. And any chance Barrett could secretly be Australian, we could use him. Maybe plot twist. Imagine that. If Bowden Barrett decided he wanted to head over to Australia and play. I know that Kiwis would not let him back into the country, and this game completely one-sided. Says Christian, how many times do I have to tell you? There can only be one Blues, of course. Here's Spider Meek, taken nicely by Tom Robinson. That's gone straight down. Nice sack from Alan Alato. And, of course, a sack is when you drag down the maul, nothing else. So don't get that one twisted. Finley Christie passes back across to Mark Talia. Spinning. And into the tackle with Jerome Brown. So they've actually had to make 2 changes now in their loose forward chair. And also we have got their blue ball by the misses, says Johnny Long and Strong. And next month, Betty says Max Cottle there. Now Bowden Barrett trying to step his way through. Nicely done there. Passing it across to Alex Hodgman, hanging on to this one once again. Mark Talia sitting 25 metres out. Finley Christie now going short side off to Tom Robinson. And I mean, there are so many things I could say. I want to say that like the Gingers are linking up, but I think they actually like they've got that combination because one of them is called the Ginger Ninja, I believe, and that is Finley Christie, and then Big Red Tom Robinson is those are real nicknames, aren't they? Elena Roger Tulasashik will score tonight, and also are you able to hang 240 because they sag you, or are they saggy because you hang 240 from them? See, that's a great question. And also Benny might be the next Floyd Mayweather, you never know. Says Max, and also 85 likes. Y'all get this, get us to 100. We can do it. And also, anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But also check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. That is our second channel. Titans once again bollocking out. This is one of the worst seasons for them. See Sebastian there as well. So not ideal for the Titans. But yeah, anyone who hasn't already, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Sport channel, as we are currently sitting 8 subscribers away from 950. Our goal was to hit 1,000 by the end of Super Rugby Pacific. We have only got 1 week left. And also, Petty, you could knock out Floyd. Hey, there's Max Cottle. Now goal line dropout for Nick White. 15 seconds left of this first half. Now going back to Hoskins to Tutu. Bowden Barrett's lining up a drop kick from about 40 meters out. It's hit the crossbar challenge from Barrett. I feel like that's a little bit silkier than it going over. Now Noel Alessio kicks it into touch, and that will be half-time between these two sides. And also, come on, Horsey gang. And also, or Horsey gang, I think that is it also. Are we doing any cricket today, says Gareth? The plan is to do the first session of New Zealand versus England. I may have a guest. I may be by myself. That almost fell off my head. And also, hey, what's good, Betty? Says Naughty and also Easy No Sweat. Says Betty and also 92 likes. You guys are the best. Let's get it to 100 and also have a great night, mate. Appreciate your commentary. Says Shane there. No worries at all. And also sub all the channels is Etany, so it is hugely appreciated, of course. We have got plenty more coming on these channels, including it will be the matchup between the All Whites and also Costa Rica. That is their game. And Bubba Bob Barrett, almost buddy. Says Katie Dixon. And yeah, it was a good strike. It was probably about 45 meters out, and it just slightly dropped. And Hamish, what do you think are the outstanding Blues players so far? I would say Bowden Barrett's really stepped up in this game, which normally he does in finals rugby. And also will the score say the same? Imagine it. It would be pretty weird to see like a whole second half of the exact same of what we saw between the Crusaders and the Chiefs as well. 97, just 3 more. And also just wanted to say everyone here is a legend. There's Amelia, bless you, mate. Hopefully this goes away, the congestion, sneezing and all that. Says Sebastian, yeah. Fingers crossed. Because I know that at the moment, I think George has got a cold, but he hasn't been around for quite a few days. So I don't know whether or not he gave it to me or whether he had one and I've just still got my hay fever, which I think I do at this stage. One moment. Right. I was going to say I'm going to try not to blow my nose in the second half, but I might look pretty rough by the end of it. And Blues tie, you secretly supporting the Blues CCX. It does look a bit bluish, doesn't it? Well, it's on and also, let's go. Bowden Bob Barrett, says Betty. There we go. All fixed again. And also, the Crusaders versus Blues. The final Brumbies won't come back. Says Daniel Cox, and also 2 more likes for the Hundy guys. Says Johnny, and also, what was that number 8 for the Satyrs? Or who was that number 8 for the Satyrs? He had a B in his bonnet. So that was Cullen Grace, I believe. We are talking about the same guy. And also, let's go, Ravi Hitch says it was from Nathan, and also come on the Blues. Great half, says Ravi Hitch there, 1 to 3 meters closer, and he would have nailed it. CCX, yeah, he's got pretty good distance on the drop kick, Bowden Barrett. Just like says John, hugely appreciated, mate. And try sipping on some ginger tea, works wonders on inflammation, says Peeler. So I might have to take you up on that one after the live stream. I don't know whether or not we got any ginger tea in the house, but I'm sure I can find something that is supposed to help for like sneezing and hay fever and whatnot. And also that drop goal was so close. 1 more Wheat Bix Bowden. And also Blues going to win this game and come up against the Crusaders in the final. Hello, Itchy Man, says Petty. And also, you might as well dig for treasure, says Naughty. And there's, that would be a bit rough, wouldn't it? I just hope that my nose doesn't start bleeding because, like I mentioned, on one of the other live streams that we did, I ended up with a bleeding nose for like 30 minutes of the first half of a live stream. But it actually made it easier because with me sitting there blocking my nose, it wasn't running, so it was ideal. And also, does your nose run and your feet smell? Then you are built upside down. Says Kiwi John. And also, whatever way this battle goes, so the comments under every post of this will be warfare, says Hex. They certainly will be. And lemon tea is good in ALDA, Blues brother. And Ginger was drinking ginger tea quite gingerly. The first half was quick, says Nathan. It certainly was. That second half of Leinster versus the Bulls, I think was one of the slowest halves in terms of like how long it felt like it went for that I have seen. And love the get up, brother. Are you rocking a double Windsor? I certainly am. Well spotted, Jesse McLean. I feel like that's the thing. Every once in a while, someone spots the double Windsor, and I'm like, nice. Man of culture right there. It is indeed the old double Windsor. I feel like it just looks better than the single Windsor, doesn't it? It's quite a, I mean, it's not complex, but it's certainly a fancier way of doing the tie. Also, wear your mask. It's good for hay fever. Says Dry there. And also, I won the URC semi. So we've seen one match so far, and that was the Bulls beating Leinster. The other game has taken place a little bit later on tonight, and that is going to be the matchup. That is going to be taking place between the Stormers and Ulster. Let's go, says Nathan. And also, a 2015 study trust indicated a dietary spirulina, a blue-green algae, demonstrated anti-allergic protective effects towards allergic rhinitis. So, okay. Does that mean you should eat algae or not eat algae? And also, let's get to 200 with 300 plus on the stream. Says Sebastian, and also single-breasted or double-breasted. Is that like for my chest or just in general? And how's Kurt been playing, Hamish? He's had a decent game, although he hasn't really been as prominent as we normally see Kurt Eklund. Fun will be in Eden Park, says John. But yeah, second half, I think Kurt Eklund, like the line out has been going pretty well for the Blues so far. So I feel like he's doing what he needs to. It just hasn't really been anything too extra. At the stage of Auckland win, will the final be played? It will be an Eden Park final if the Blues are able to get themselves over the line here. And the Bulls beat Leinster by 1 point. They did indeed. We're able to sneak a victory, and the lemon, honey, and olive oil and hot water works wonders, says John. Now, also, we have got Curtis, a mate of mine, says Daniel Cox. And I wonder whether or not he'll make it into the ABs. I feel like he's relatively close, isn't he? And also, hey guys, click like and subscribe, says MHI. And also know that the Blues win when the Blue win, because they will win, says John. And also, Blues King of the Ring, says Spider Mick. And Ulster versus Stormers, when does it start? So it will be starting, what's the time now? In about 5 hours' time, or a little bit less than 5 hours' time. But we will be setting up that live stream pretty much once this one ends. And also, no soup, bro. We had a wedding, says Damasai Le'i. Not quite. I did end up, I guess I tried to sell someone a car. Didn't work, unfortunately. Isaac's more of the car salesman out of the group. But, you know, I ended up just wearing the suit all night. You know, I slept in it because I had it on the live stream yesterday. That's a lie. I realize sometimes I sound like I'm being completely serious, which gets me into trouble sometimes. But, yeah, that was a big collision. Nick White took it hard in the face. That sounds weird. And also, so first session of the cricket, then Quins versus Quins or Ulster, says Sebastian. Very good question. I want to watch both for Ulster and the Quins. Like, to be honest, if I had to pick what game I would watch more, if that makes sense, it's probably Quins versus Saracens. But then I think the URC, with it being it's a tricky one. It's a very tricky one. I still haven't completely decided on what way I want to go for that. But I think it is going to be Ulster and also, yeah, Ulster Stormers, but then also keeping you guys updated with what is happening in the other game. And also the All Blacks are talking to him or talking about him, says Daniel Cox. And also, where's a next game? Blues and Crusaders in Eden Park or Christchurch, please, says Daniel. So if the Blues win this, they have an Eden Park final. If the Blues lose this game and the Brumbies win, then it will end up being a Orange Theory Stadium final between the Crusaders and the Brumbies. And Troy, Sebastian, and everyone tonight, let's go. Oh, it's 100th like, says Justin there. And yeah, exactly, says Sebastian. And the Stormers will attract more South Africans, though. I think we should do the URC with premiership updates. And yeah, exactly, says Sebastian. I feel like we were right on the same page there, weren't we? Are all, because one of the games starts half an hour earlier than the other. So who knows? Maybe I just need to make some contacts, see whether or not I can find a fill-in for the Gallagher Premiership live stream as well, perhaps. Although I don't know who I will be able to find at late notice, possibly, but we will go like this. I'm guessing Chiefs fans going for the Blues and Crusaders fans going for the Brumbies. I think that is the way that we are sitting currently with everyone. It seems like, yeah, anyone who was going for a certain team has a certain final in mind now that their team has been either knocked out or their team has made it through to the final. That will be interesting. Yeah, guys, I just realized I've got like a mark there, and it kind of looks like I've got an eye piercing, which I don't, but it kind of looks like I do. Fun fact. I don't actually have any piercings or tattoos. If I was to get a tattoo one day, I feel like it would have to be something to do with the Kiwi lads, like maybe a Kieran emoji or something like that. But that would be very weird looking. A shout out to Vi. And there as well says Shane, currently the second half, not too far away from getting back into the match. And also we have got the Eden Parks, says Octodad, and also Heaps with a laughing face there from Nathan as well. Currently now, we've got a Gillette ad, which is very useful for anyone who does need a shave. And the Chemist Warehouse, Dan Carter's stopped doing the Chemist Warehouse ads, hasn't he? Unfortunately. Don't know what he's up to. Yeah, a lot of us refuse to have DSTV and therefore can't watch the game and find streamers on YouTube, Bro Guru, Freedom Sports, the late G-Man, etc., says Gareth there. And yeah, I guess it's one of those ones that, like, it seems to be you can't really watch it in a lot of countries for the URC. Like, you've got those big, high-paid subscription services. I think it's like the US or Canada as well really struggle to be able to watch the game. So shout out to Inga the Winger and his Farnell, great man, says Jane there. And also the Blues deliberately let the Brumbies score just to make the scoreboard look good. And that Gillette commercial punches me right in my giggle dick, says Katie. And also, I got tickets to the Māori All Blacks in Wellington. I'm taking my sons, I can't wait. And also, what time is the second half? Probably about 2 minutes' time before we get back underway for the second half, hopefully. Fingers crossed. No more than 5 minutes, though. I think the big question is going to be, will the tissue box last for the second half, ladies and gentlemen? That's probably a better poll question than who is going to win this match. Will the tissues last? And the other name that has been dropped in is Aiden Ross. The All Blacks, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think he's done enough damage, says Daniel Cox? I think he's very close at the moment, definitely because Joe Moody currently injured. So, there's a decent crack from him to Mighty Williams, Ethan de Groot, a few of those big guys in the front row might get half a chance. I love you guys. Go Blue. And Dan's wife, Honor, doing the Chemist Warehouse ads now, I think. And there says it was from John. And also totally agree, brother. Says Katie Dixon, I want Crusaders to play the Blues. We got a score to settle Crusaders final, says Clive. And make rugby free, for God's sake. It's the worst thing ever. Fans worrying about how they're going to follow the game. And I think that was actually what me and Isaac, when we were saying that we were going to run for, what were we running for? I can't even remember. We were running for like the government or something, and we were going to be making rugby free to air for everyone. What else do we have? I can't even remember all of our random policies that we came up with. Yeah, sponsorship should cover free to air coverage, says JSB. And also make sure to save a couple of tissues for later tonight, says Vito Skux. And also Ada Ross is, but also my mate. Tell you what, you got a few mates around, don't you? It's got prediction for the Saints or Saracens, Quins, and Tigers, Northampton, Amish, says Jack. Well, for one, Quins are going to be behind at halftime. That's just the thing that they do. And it's whether or not they fire back enough to be able to get into the lead. But I think I'm going to be harsh because I like the Quins. I'm going to say that Saracens win it. That way I kind of cover both of my bases. I think on Brumbies are gone skiing 50% off at brothels if you pass a rugby knowledge test. There you go. Was that actually one of our policies? We might get sacked from Parliament before we get in. It's raining in Auckland at the moment, unfortunately. Also, are you going to do Rugby League World Cup 2? Says Aman. We are hoping to fit in a few of those games of the Rugby League World Cup. They will actually be taking place on the Kiwi Lads Sport Channel. And we will go like this. Hamish, do in New Zealand people have mustache? How much percentage can you tell? Just mustache or like beard as well? Because I feel like that's a very tricky one overall. Because if you're taking the children population, and they probably haven't got a lot of facial hair overall. So I guess it depends on the age group. And also, what about Leicester versus Northampton? I think Leicester take that one, but Northampton have been looking good and could cause an upset in that game, I have a feeling. And also, do you think Saracens won 12 plus or closer game? Says Jack. I feel like this is for a multi, isn't it? Which I feel like I'm going to be well and truly costing you money for. And Brothel Quizmaster, what a job. Says it was Sebastian. And also, I, as Beard says JSB. There we go. So it's at least 1%. Oh, so Isaac put that down as well. Says Sebastian. It also plays the Brothel Rugby Trivia. Currently, the Rucks and Mauls 35 for the Blues and also 4 line breaks compared to the one I've already done the multi. Says Jackson, what you end up going with? Well, that one, Jack, do let me know. About halftime in this game, 20 points to 7 looks like a very familiar scoreline. If you remember the semi-final that we had last night between the Crusaders and the Chiefs Meters game, the Blues have had more than the Brumbies. They just need a little bit more of the ball in hand if they want a chance of being able to fight back in the second half. Missed tackles, they've missed 17. That is huge. In 2003 was the last time that the Blues hosted a Super Rugby final. If they win this game, they will be able to add another name to that one. And I think the team with the most points on the scoreboard at the end of the game will win. That's my accurate prediction. It's a pretty good one. All right, and yeah, last night, no second half score, says the JSB. And also, I need Quins to not lose by 12 or more and the Tigers to win. That's the 2 left. Was a 6-leg team on team multi in there. I like how I said I wasn't going to need to blow my nose for the whole of the second half with my hay fever, and we're 20 seconds in and I already have. But we are second half now, back underway, ladies and gentlemen. Not taken cleanly there by Stephen Petafetta, landing quite difficultly on his kind of shoulder and hip region. That is going to be a knock on from him. And also, Joe says new in there. And also, I'm quite happy with the scoreline right now. And yes, last night, no score second half. There's JSP for that one. But Nick White currently, he will be fired up. He's probably done well to get away from having to do any HIAs or anything along those lines. Now, 13 points difference. That is quite a big margin, but we've seen sides chase down 13 before. Yes, you said that ganja harvesting will be made legal for Brother Johnny, says Sebastian. And then also 30 to 35% seems like, says Aman. And also Hamish's Brumbies talisman Hooper still in the contest. Like Talisman Hooper. So Tom Hooper, he is currently missing, unfortunately, due to that shoulder injury. So it looks like Jerome Brown is out there. I'm just trying to look through to see if Luke Raymer is also still out there on the park, but I don't believe he is. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, so Luke Raymer's out there. And I think Rob Valentini is also missing. So they've had to make both of their changes in their loose forward trio here already. On Instagram at the moment, says Jack Lewis, we have got a Kiwi Lads Instagram, but we don't really go on it much, but we certainly should more. We have got, I'll put that in the chat though for you. If you do want to know what it is, we'll go like this and we'll go like that. That is our Instagram for anyone who does want to check it out. And how many reef knots and the headphones cable, I'm sure there's more every time I watch, says Jesse. Yeah, nah, it's getting worse at the moment. It's quite bad. And I'm sure, like, if I sat down for, like, a good few minutes, I'll be able to work it out. But it's just, you know, it just slowly gets worse. I've got another cable that doesn't tangle, but I don't know why I don't wear those headphones. And Sam Kane, Mitchell, Triple T, Caleb Trask, Alex Nankerville, Mitchell Carpick, Chase Tiatia, Richard Judd, Nathan Harris, all these boys, Hamish, I know them personally, says Daniel Cox. It's a good kick in behind from the Blues. It's not quite a 50-22, but it will be now 25 metres out. It will be the light out. Well, now I'm starting to yawn as well. So I'm yawning, I'm sneezing. It's all going on in the final. And wait, you have hay fever in winter and hardly sleep? Says Gareth. Yeah, there's probably a few other mitigating factors, I would say, overall, to the combination. Like whether or not it is just completely cold weather that buggers me for the months. And I had lunch with Corey Jane today. His shut. Says Justin. Nicely taken by Bowden Barrett, finding the offload to Stephen Petafetta. Those two link up very nicely, so that could be a combo that the All Blacks consider for the near future as well. Finley Christie fires it back to Bowden Barrett, looking for the offload, or in fact, looking for the box kick, I should say. It's going high, going after it, not quite able to take it cleanly, but he got the hands still at Bowden Barrett, and because of it now, it does mean that the Blues are retaining it. Mark DeLeo, I think, almost juggled that one, but he does just control it now. Petafetta first receiver goes back to Rico Ioane. One more on the outside. Out to AJ Lamb. He's got Roger Torvasashik with him, but instead sides to use it himself. Rieko Ioane having to work hard trying to keep this ball alive. Now the Brumbies with the counter ruck. I believe it was almost well done by Rieko Ioane trying to get back to his feet. That was in through the side of the breakdown by the Blues. Now James Flipper just flops straight over it. And they get the penalty right. That was one of the ugliest breakdowns I think I've ever seen. And also, what do people, what do you mean your cable doesn't tangle? I usually get it cheap, mate. Says Sebastian. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what the material is, but it's a bit weird. And Nathan is now a member on the channel. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. And also, we have got that. What age you started watching rugby and cricket? What were your first matches? Can you tell? So he's coding. So my first rugby match that I probably remember. Oh, geez, when was the first rugby match I watched? Probably Highlanders Crusaders way back in the day. And then alongside that, for cricket-wise, like, I used to watch cricket, but I probably didn't pay much attention to it. I'm trying to think of the first. Oh, that's a very tough question. Trying to remember the exact moment that I started watching them. Corey Jane and some of the 2006 Hurricanes team members cook a 3-course meal for me. True story, honestly. Says John there. And also Big Nathan, look at him go. Says Sebastian with the 10 out of 10. And also wonder if Eden Park will be fully full if it's Blues versus Crusaders. I just hope it doesn't rain, because we've had quite a bit of rain in this game, and also just around the world it seems to be raining a lot, which sounds like a weird statement because, like, of course it's going to rain, but it seems to be any time the rugby starts, rain comes. Now kicked him behind from Beauden Barrett, looking for Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, waiting for that one, nicely taken by Tom Wright. And he was able to get it down inside of his in goal, and also no Roger Tuivasa-Sheck as well. And also weird score at halftime, just like the other semi-27. Will these scores remain, or will these scores remain till the final whistle? I hope not. I hope we don't have a repeat of the last one. And also, is this a real grass pitch or a plastic pitch? This one is grass. Demand for Eden Park. Although there is more and more, I guess, artificial 4G turf pitches coming into play lately. Although you normally, like, anytime they play rugby on them, they just get torn to shreds. Unfortunately, I might take a break from social media tomorrow to the day playing Volta Arcade because I haven't played it in a while, says Amelia. And that's the thing, rugby, there aren't actually that many games of rugby coming up for tomorrow, which does mean that you will be able to spend the day just chilling out. That's going to be the penalty now to the Brumbies here. I've also got the, I used to watch Rennie Ranger, ex-All Black, ex-Blues, play at my old club in Wellsford when he was a young fella. He was great. Then what happened? I guess he just got slightly older, but he used to, like, tear it up for the ABs. And then he had that season for Northland where he was a little bit quieter, but I think he's still playing not too badly. At the moment, also much Arowhanau. And also we have got, who's RTS now? So that is Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, the Blues number 12, and also discipline, really letting the Brumbies down, although they just won that penalty in the breakdown. It was decently done. And also we have got the rain better stay its ass away from Nottingham. We have a batting order to bowl out. Hey, Sebastian, have you seen any weather reports for today, Sebastian, for the cricket? Do let me know if you've seen anything in terms of the weather and how it looks like it will be going. I believe we are doing the first session of the cricket, and then from there we will be doing the matchup taking place between Ulster and the Stormers. And then if I am still wide awake, I'll probably do Leicester versus Northampton if there isn't too much of an overlap or anything along those lines. Now, James Slipper. He has gone off the field. That wasn't the straightest throw we've ever seen from Falau Whainga'a, but they say it's all right just for now. And now looking for the rolling maul, sitting 13 points behind with 33 minutes left in this matchup. Watching from Newcastle, England. Come on, Blues. There's Alan Kennedy there. Now Noel Alessio going for the kick in behind. Looks like he's playing a little bit more for the territory game. Beauden Barrett is quick enough, though, to cut it off and does take the mark. I was doing some digging around about 10 minutes ago and found my old Loom band. Said, I remember how popular they were back in 2014. The nostalgia of how life was easier when I was a 10-year-old, says Amelia. I guess that's a fun kind of question to ask. What do you guys remember as, like, one of the childhood toys that you just always, like, I guess, loved? Because I know for me, like, I kind of went through phases. Like, there was one stage I had Scooby-Doo cards, which aren't really toys, I guess. But I had, like, a Scanners Racer, if you guys know what that is. Go Brumbies Go, says Walter on Tamagotchis. Dug mine out the other day. I'm pretty sure Tamati Ellison and his crew won that 3-course meal challenge. Tamati is a good as dude, and I was coach and board of the Crusaders in perfect weather for cricket in Nottingham. and it is 18 to 19 degrees, quite sunny. Okay, so that is awesome that it is going to hopefully be a full day. And Talia off his wing, covered by Barrett. And go Brumbies, go, says Walter. It looks like Alan Alatoa is holding his hip here. Or maybe the groin. Something. It might be all right, though, by the looks of it. At Hot Wheels tracks, says Vito Skux. See, there's a lot of, like, old toys that, like, I feel like in current times, and also PS4 says Etienne, and then also Pokemon Tazos. And I want Brumbies to win so I can watch the final in Christchurch. Says Bennis the Menace. And there, yeah, it will be an Orange Theory Stadium final if the Brumbies can find themselves the comeback. But at the moment, the Brumbies, he is sitting 11th season in, and he will be looking for another couple matches. And also, I think I have Tamagotchi that are older than some people in this chat. And I remember when I found a pink rocket in my auntie's drawer, I fell in love with the toy straight away, but she insisted on having it back. Yeah, that's a bit strange, isn't it, Sebastian, that she wouldn't let you keep it? Now, scrum fee for the Blues, and also scale tricks if you could keep the cars on the tracks, as well, says Alan Kennedy. And also I'm going to make some wristbands with Rebels colors, and probably with what I've got, maybe some other ones with some of my other teams I follow from different sports. And also, how do you play the sports, says Pity? And also 383 in here, so anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport channel. We are on the road to 1,000 over on that channel, and we are getting closer and closer every single moment. We are currently sitting on 943. If you do want to help us out towards that 1,000, we have got the matchup between New Zealand and Costa Rica for the football taking place on Wednesday that we will be covering on the channel now. Passing it back across Oscar. So 2-2. Finley Christie doing a little bit of the stanky leg there. I think he got himself quite stuck in the turf. And now going back for the penalty to the Blues. I found my Auntie Star Wars lightsaber that I enjoy playing with. An update time, please. Says Max there. We will go like that. Hopefully it does. There we go. I'm not sure what Tamagotchi is, but it sounds delicious. And also Kush Balls. Oh my goodness, a memory has been unlocked. And oldest toy I've got is a DS. And it still works fine. And I think the Blues don't want to burn out too much tonight. And this is Spider Meek. Yeah, they've got to be careful not to allow the Brumbies back into the game, though. That is the big thing. Okay, Alex Hodgman here is going to be going off the field now, and that will be for Carl Tuanukiafi, making his way out there. And also, I like my other brothers' magazines when I was young, or my older brothers' magazines when I was young. And also, sticks my favorite toy because I can make loads of things out of sticks, bow and arrows and nunchucks, loads of cool things, and hot chip fresh butter sandwich. And I'm talking the DSI. Says Amelia, and also up the Brumbies, says Master Mal. Now Kurt Eklund on this one, and that one is wonky. And they've got the advantage for the wonky throw. And it is a tackle. They do have to release him. And now it looks like Nick White might consider kicking this one up high. Very appropriate because the name means egg. And also up the mighty Brumbies, and also Brumbies dominating the Blues. Blues decided on by a thread before the floodgates open, says Master Mal now, taken nicely by Stephen Pitafeta, trying to carve his way straight through the gap, 40 metres out from the line. Now the Blues. Kiriwani breaking through. Darcy Swade, he's able to find the offload to Tom Robinson. Now 45 out. Continuing to drive forward the Blues. That was a rough pass, but Pitafeta's been able to clean it up very nicely. Short pass off to Rico Ioane. Trying to find that offload, but it bounces up to Ire Samoni. Everyone's slipping and sliding all over the place. Someone put down dishwashing liquid at halftime just to make it a little bit more difficult for the second half. Now Noel Alessio passes back across into the hands of Tom Wright. One more on the inside. Pete Samu runs hard. The Brumbies, they are looking to get one try because that is all they need. My favourite toy, the rugby ball, says Ethany. And also we have got there all made out of sticks. And also the Blues player in yellow is having a blinder, playing better than Bowden. And of course that is Ben O'Keefe, I believe. Well, they want to also get it as an animal. And now when I could never part, I could never part with my childhood teddy bear. I still have a teddy bear that I got for my 8th. And my uncle gave me. And so one of those things that is really important to me. And also if the Blues were a heavy metal band, they would be Pantera. Says Alan Kennedy. There you go. At the moment, dangerous tackle made by the Blues. It was a bit of a tip tackle. Okay, they're actually going upstairs for this one. This could be a big moment in the game. Definitely if it becomes anything more than just a yellow card. Or anything more than just a penalty as well, I should say. And also Blues, or Ben Bluesman Keith on fire for Auckland. And then something sliding, let's go. Says, no, that it also forward, says Daddy. Sacks. Fat Sacks. I don't even, what did I call you before? Sacks. We'll go with Sacks. Okay. Kurt Eklund. I was talking about earlier on how friendly he was with Nick White. Oh, it's straight on the head. This might be a red to Kurt Eklund. And come on, Blues, discipline A. And I'm interested here to see what the odds change. Okay, he's dropped him on his noggin. And now, because of it, the Brumbies are $21 underdogs, but that might change with a red card to Eklund. Now they're down to $16 underdogs, and also both of them need to go. There's Master Mal there, and Cemetery Gates by the Panthers. There's Johnny Longstrong. I think it's just a yellow. Pretty lucky there for Kurt Eklund. And also, it looks like Bowden Barrett red card. Oh, comes down on his shoulder, plus his head, I think, is the other part that lands hard. 100% correct. Kurt Eklund, he is going to be going to the bin for the next 10 minutes. And also the red says Karen War. And also we have got, has there ever been a Super Rugby game without a yellow or a red card? Only like one. Like every other one we have seemed to have some form of card. And also TDBs are just the best. There's Katie Dixon there and can't tell what player it is. As I just send off Bowden Barrett, says Master Mal. But it was Kurt Eklund now going to the bin for the next 10 minutes. At the Blues, they are still heavy favourites. And also we have got there both of them going. Odia, hopefully not. And it's just Kurt Eklund. They have decided to replace there. But $16 underdogs for the Brumbies currently. Man Eklund. Here's Garen there. And also Dang with the yellow. And he was trying to break his neck. Here's Master Mal. And now for Laufanga. He is off the field. And Lachlan Lonergan. And also Ryan Lonergan. Both making their way out onto the field to try and change some momentum for the Brumbies. Lachlan Lonergan. To throw this one in. 40 metres out from the line here for the Brumbies. Gone nicely to the front into the hands of Nick Frost, who has also made his way out onto the park. So quite a few changes they have had in the last while. This is a disgrace to Master Mal. And there as well. But now driving forward. Nice rolling mill starting to set up for the Brumbies here. It's Lonergan to Lonergan. And I guess it's not the first time that we said that today. It was a Ioane to Ioane a little bit earlier on. Erisa Moni, the try scorer from earlier on in this matchup, the only try scorer for the Brumbies. Now, Andy Muirhead, he might change that as he's found the hands of Tom Banks back in the pace, needed to pass to Tom Wright. And I think the two Toms are just having a bit of an argument there. Normally, Tom goes together on the drum kit, but those two are not working together in the back line. 54 minutes gone now. It is actually time for the Brumbies powers. Proliferation of yellow and red cards. Either player is too aggressive or the rules have softened and out yellow carded. Someone vaping, or is it the pyro machine? Yeah, there's a lot of smoke going. That's a massive shot from Bowden Barrett, though. And he was able to use that brute force to force him across the field. Is it a shoulder charge? Says, or is that a shoulder charge? I don't think they've looked at it again. So I guess the TMO has said, nah, it's all good. But now Hoskins Atutu will be testing out his line out throw here. This is going to be exciting. That's pretty good from Hoskins Atutu in the end. It also looks like a shoulder charge. He should be sent off. Says Master Mal. Hello, Fishy. Says it was Betty. But now currently counter ruck there. Finley Christie under pressure. Bowden Barrett kicking off the left boot. Doesn't get the huge amount of distance on it. Also, it's just, I don't feel childish. I'm 38. So a ton of my childhood plushies. It's totally normal 10 out of 10. And it's just 10 minutes. It will be a rest for the man. And also, anyone know where I can watch it live for free? Says Jalen. Ooh. Okay, best bet at this stage. Unfortunately, they don't really have it live really for free anywhere, sadly. But what you do have is the option of the highlights afterwards on YouTube. You'll have Super Rugby's YouTube channel, and also a few of the other ones will show the highlights of this match. So I do recommend checking those out, as we are only 26 minutes away from the end of the game. And I'll say if I could have had my titties and stuff back, I would. However, once the Blues were down by 13 or down to 13, the Maroons will find their form and really cut the Blues to threads. And this is Master Mal. Lachlan Lonergan throwing it in, taken nicely. Now bouncing back out. Lachlan Lonergan links up with Tom Wright. Kiriawani makes the tackle there. They've got another advantage now. Lachlan Lonergan trying his absolute best. I do have to clarify which Lonergan has the ball. That's another advantage. Ryan Lonergan had that one now. It's gone back loose. Stephen Petafetta kicks it downfield, and they're going back for the penalty. And Betty Steady search and rescue. Another roll with Loving Your Teddy. says JSB, and also my man Hoskins, says John. And also, how soon do they post, or how soon do they post the highlights after? It's pretty quick, about 30 minutes or so, somewhere around there, Jalen. So you won't have to wait too long. So I'd say by 9:30 or 9:15, they should have the highlights up on the Super Rugby YouTube channel. So that's probably your best bet overall. And also should get rid of the yellow and red card, replaced with a penalty, says Spider Meek. And also, sweet cheers, mate, says Jalen. No worries at all. And it will also have the other semi-final that took place between the Chiefs and the Crusaders already up there, if you do want to check that one out before we get to the final next week, which is going to be 7:05 on Saturday, I believe. That's when that one is taking place. So that's going to be taken nicely at the front once again by Nick Frost. Now, Lachlan Lonergan got this one at the back, trying to get the rolling maul going forward, and it doesn't look too bad for them at the moment. He's still on the back, going a little bit sideways. It looks a bit awkward. They've got another advantage here. This could be close to a yellow card here for the Blues if they're not careful. Jerome Brown now deciding to try and use his strength and bruise his way over the line, unable to do so. Now Luke Raymer tries to go over the top of Tom Robinson. Now the thing is, for me, Tom Robinson, you could say he was offside there because he was lying down on the ground, and that's actually where the man landed. Nice pass. Tom Wright, he might not have been able to get it down from Stephen Petafeta. I think Petafeta's got a massive smile on his face. And they're going back for the penalty. That is brilliant defense from Petafeta. And the orange cards in Master Mel and yellow reds a straight copy from football. And Spider Mick, are you in the rums? Get rid of the yellow cards. And then what? And also, there's still a lot of stuff I have that I never ever give up. One of them is my Teddy named Scuffles. And also, I even had a Teddy like a real dog. And also, RIP Nails. And yeah, sweet cheers, mate. And also, the penalty try, says Master Mel. It's not too far off. Well, at this stage, but 5 meters out from the line. Tom Banks is going to be kicking it for the corner. And also, the Blues. And there were quite a few emojis by the looks of it. That one's gone into Dutch. And I think Alan Alato is just saying, look, we've had quite a few penalties in a row. But Petafeta, that is absolutely sensational work. And Petafeta from Wanganui. And denied and defense all day, boys. Was that a high shot by Petafeta, says Master Mel. Is Katie a bot, says Master Mel? She is not at this stage. That I know of anyway. It also make the game interesting to watch, 15 against 15. Now, Nepololala making his way after, and clear try, says Master Mel. Wait, clear try because he got the ball down, or clear try because you're saying he went too high for Petafeta? I assume. Now they are going for the rolling maul. And with the line out and score the Blues, I can see it touching the grass. Now I know that you're trolling because that was like this high off the ground. Like they weren't even close, that one. Now the rolling maul, this one's touching the grass. It is going to be the rolling maul try for Lachlan Lonergan. And now the Brumbies are back in this contest. Lonergan, there we go, has been able to score it. And it was Lachlan Lonergan does manage to get the try in the 58th minute of this game. They have still got a man advantage for another 3 and a bit minutes. And this could be a costly yellow for them. And also RP nails are used in New Zealand. They're made of imported low-quality Chinese steel. A devil no Hamish Pro, says Johnny there. And also clear try because obviously a Brumbies fan. And also Katie straight out of New Mexico, says Tessa. And also Petafeta could find himself in the AB's jersey playing like that, says John. And also come on, we good thing. And also Mayonnaise, D so far for the Blues and Brumbies score. I'm calling it, says Daniel. And also Brumby power, says Master Mel. Nicely done by the Brumbies. Important kick here. Because if this kick doesn't go over, which it should be a relatively easy one for them, like they're saying, it will be a one-try contest. And also I told you, not over till the obese lady sings. And I was like, yeah, I told you, not over. Oh, no, I read that one. And also the Brumbies could have had 100 men, and the Brumbies wouldn't. The Blues could have had 100 men, and Brumbies would have still scored. Says Master. It's a lot of players, though. Although saying that, the thing is, I'm slightly in agreement, only because of the fact that surely someone gets himself offside. Like, if you've got literally that many players in a row, like, how do you, like, not have someone run a little bit too early? Oh, Lesio's missed. So they are still down by a little bit more, and exciting. I might live there, says Betty and Albuquerque Alliance Scrumless, says Johnny Long and Strong. And also say previously that it was Sacks. And also we have got, there goes my no score second half, says James B. And also where the aliens crash landed in 1947. It is indeed. And also the thumbs, or not the thumbs, sorry, the blue emojis from Carlin. And also Brumbies are on fire. So here's Master Mal. Now they are sitting on 20 points to 12. What a kick. So here's Master Mal. Yeah, did miss away to the side, unfortunately, for him. So now it is going to be 8 points difference between these two sides. Brumbies still $13 underdogs, and they're not a mile out of this game. Definitely not with another 2 minutes left. And yes, there's Carlin there. Happy to see that kick miss from Noel Alicio. Now Ryan Lonergan about to put up the box kick. It might prove to be costly miss in the goal kick. Here's their mate Shoy. Unless, plot twist, they're setting up for the next game, or the next, like, kind of maybe after 15 minutes, after the next 15, and they go for a last-minute drop kick and manage to seal the deal and go. The Blues says one to missed. And also, you make me lose brains, says Betty. And also, we look at their scuffles. Sounds like the best bet ever. And also, the South semis should be played close to the 80th minute boost. Now, Blues. There's Jay, nice run from AJ Lamb. Spinning out of about 4 tackles. That's kind of like when you're spamming the fin button on a low difficulty on Rugby Challenge 4. And you just run through everything. Now, Perafeta, he does the step one. And Bowden Barrett getting close, sliding. Did he get it down? Oh, Kiriwani's knocked that ball on, though. So they'll have to check whether or not Bowden Barrett got that one initially down. And if not, then whether or not that counts as the knock on. And also, we're going to score 3 more tries. There's Master Mal. Come on, Blues. Don't do the Warriors. Okay, they're checking this one and forward pass is Master Mal. He didn't even pass it initially. Okay. Don't bother. I knocked it on. Okay. Well, that's fair play to Bowden Barrett there. So, pretty much the gist of that one is Bowden Barrett, he said he was short of the line with it initially, and then, yeah, he was out up, and then it was a knock on. Tell you what, that's class from Bowden Barrett, because they were going to go upstairs, and he pretty much just said, don't bother. Like, I've dropped the ball. Like, just do a drop goal type thing. And also, usually Blues will be stronger on the second half, says Coach Fang, and also the Blues reply. We'll see all the Brumbies' fate in this contest, and Brumbies have a good team. And how many minutes left, please? Says one to miss at this stage. We have still got another 18 minutes, and the Blues have got this ball once again, 30 metres out. And so on, dear me to Tom, says Patty. Patty, is your hair blue out of curiosity? I know that we got asked it yesterday about whether or not your hair is currently blue for the Blues. Do let me know. I love the honesty in this game like this. Says and also Bob Barrett, what a guy, and also someone dear me to time out. Said also Bowden the professional. Says JSB, and also Bowden far too honest. Says John, although I think he felt that the momentum, Rogers dropped it, or has he? I think he ended up almost grubbering that one onto his foot as well in the process. But the thing is, he felt the way that the momentum was shifting, that the Blues were really on the front foot, so he didn't want a minute to stop the game. But now it's going to be the scrum for the Brumbies. And Bodie is the goat man, and also no way through the Brumbies wall. And also Blues just score the next to seal the game, and also New Zealand people are too honest, says Coach Fang. Yeah, you can get yourself in trouble sometimes. I think Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he did drop that one. And the Blues all the way, says Bungie. And at this stage, 8 points difference with only 17 minutes left. So if this stays the way that it is currently, the Blues will be taking on the Crusaders next week, and that will be at Eden Park. If the Brumbies somehow fight back in this contest, then it will be a game at Orange Series Stadium between the Crusaders and the Brumbies. We have got honestly best policy. Karma will see the Blues win, says Shane. And also we have got there, says relax young one by Bowden Barrett is better than Mo'unga. He'll lead the boys to the W. And also where's the finals held? The Garden, says Carlin. So it does depend on, I guess, it depends on where we end up with this game. But if it goes the way of the Blues, it's a home game at Eden Park. If it's an away game, it's more than likely, if it's a Crusaders home game, it's because the Brumbies have won this game. It's going to be a quiet journey home for the Brumbies, and done and dusted for the Brumbies, and he caught it with his patellas. And also we have got thanks, bro, go Blues. And there's one to miss now. Noah Lalisio kicks it downfield. Kick down to Bowden Barrett. He has been everywhere in this game, Bowden Barrett. And I mentioned it in my preview as well. He steps up in the big games, and he's just been able to knock it back onto his team side, although Alpha Toanga Fussy has knocked that ball on. Now Bowden Barrett has knocked that one on, and I think he might have taken a head knock there for Bowden Barrett, and Jerome Brown just checking on him, making sure he is all right. Bowden Barrett back up to his feet, taking a heavy knock, and also thinks I'll do my best in the back over the ditch. I do my best. Here's a Master Mal, and also back over the ditch for the Brumbies. I read about 3 different ones. And also, will you be streaming the Black Caps playing at 10? That is the goal, to do the first session of the Black Caps and then to break over or to transfer over to our URC live stream that will be coming up after that. And that will be Ulster taken on Stormers. And that will actually be taking place in South Africa. So it should be an exciting game. And then we will also possibly have a premiership game a little bit later on at 541 of us. And I do appreciate every single one of you for being here. If you are new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport with 562 of us here. If you click on that link, it will take you straight to the Kiwi Lad Sport YouTube channel. Let's see how high we can make it go before we get to, tell you what, before the end of the 65th minute. Let's see how high it can go. So we've got 50 seconds. I'm kind of curious. We haven't done any quick fire challenges like that, but be sure to check out that link to the Kiwi Lad Sport. Be sure to hit that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And also, we have a co-commentator with you during the final. Not that you need the help. Says David, I'm hoping to have at least one. It depends on whether or not George is recovered from being sick. And also, I mean, Isaac might be down for the weekend, I'm hoping. If not, hopefully we can have him from long distance. And also, why have you not been shoulder tapped from Sky? Says Shane. Don't know, they may not like me. Maybe, I don't know. It's a tricky one, but maybe one day we do get to find our way into the box. And David, hopefully it's George. Says Tesla there. There's been a butt ton of people here, says Amelia. There certainly has. And also Formula One driver Papa Lee, says Nazi Williams, or Isaac or Hamish's mum. And there says Tesla, but now driving forward. Nick Frost, 40 metres out from the line here, the Brumbies. Now Ryan Lonergan gives it off into the hands of Lachlan Lonergan, linking up with the brothers. Now, Lalicio gives it off to Jerome Brown. It seems like the Brumbies now sitting so close to the score of only 8 points difference. They think that if they get themselves a penalty or a try here, it could completely change the Brumbies. We'll be drinking their sorrows away on 520 viewers. Make sure you guys and gals smash that like. And let's go, Les Blues. Says Johnny Longstrong, an AB's team announcement tomorrow night, says Carlin. Is it tomorrow night or the night after, Carlin? Because I heard it's like Monday afternoon or like Monday lunchtime-ish. They are announcing it also. Let's get to 150 likes, y'all. Says Katie Dixon, that is a penalty to the Blues now. Nicely done after 7 phases for the Brumbies. AJ Lamb, he has had a very good game here as well. Stepping up and doing very nicely indeed. And also we have got the Brumbies will lose. And also George improves my English there. And also Monday at 12 p.m. And also will Blues, we want you next week. Or Win Blues, we want you next week. And how you doing the Premiership Rugby semi-finals tonight, says Harry. So one of them we will hopefully be able to do. And that will be Leicester versus Northampton. But if not, we have actually got the URC taking place at the same time, Stormers versus Ulster as Harlequins versus Saracens. And we are going to do kind of like a co-live stream on that same one. So it will be scheduled as Ulster versus Stormers, but we'll also keep you guys updated. And we will be watching through with the Gallagher Premiership at the same time. And look at this Brumbies machine roll on and ruined by the Blues best player in yellow. How did he get a whistle? There's Master Moa and also we get their Brumbies drink Moa Thai. Tea. And also at the Blues win, where will the final be held and what time, says Orlando? So I believe, if I'm not wrong, it is going to be on the Saturday, 7:05 p.m. from Auckland, Eden Park. If the Blues win, if the Brumbies do manage to win, it will be 7:05 p.m. on Saturday night, live from Christchurch at Orange Theory Stadium. And they are streaming the All Blacks announcement from the All Blacks YouTube channel. I can watch it, yes, says Max there. Now it's going to be taken nicely by Tom Banks, 40 metres out from their own line. Sisefo Kaltai making his way out onto the park for Alan Alatoa. Now Ryan Lonergan going short side. The rain is pouring down at Eden Park, but the floodgates have not quite opened up for either of these sides. So relatively even in this contest. 2 tries and then 3 tries for the Blues, I believe they have got for themselves. They've just got the 2 as well. And Brumbies need a player in yellow with the whistle as well to even it up. And also our buddy, and also we have got cheers, says Carlin, with the thumbs up there as well. But we will be letting you guys know exactly who is in that All Black squad, whether or not we are streaming our reaction or it is a video straight after. We'll be letting you know who's in there. And also, but I'm getting Sky Sport for the All Blacks games, says Max. And also just check the final format. Blues win. We have a home final, guys. Woo, says Shane there. Yeah, well, it's gone into touch. 68 minutes through this game now. And time is slowly wearing away for a Brumbies fight back. But we saw from Leinster, all you need is a little bit of time at the end, and you could possibly get yourself into a great situation. They did miss out by 1 point, though. That could actually be very similar to this game. And also, we have got the Amish's dad does a good job as well. He might be joining me for the cricket tonight, maybe, if I'm lucky. And also, every time I hear URC, I think UFC, a big event for tomorrow is going to be that's a hard name to say. I can't even pronounce it, but I know it's Glover Teixeira. That other name I do struggle with. Prochansky, something along those lines. And also, I just don't want the Crusaders to win. He's been the best player for the Blues tonight. I would say either Bowden Barrett or AJ Lamb. Those two have been sensational. All Blacks announcement on Monday afternoon, Amish. Said Daniel Cox, it is indeed. And that is going to be the penalty to the Brumbies. So the thing is, Noel Alessio, he didn't get the last kick over. So I think more than likely they will kick this one for the corner. Yes, they do. And also New Zealand next stream. And the second test match, England versus New Zealand. Says it was Michelle. So yeah, that one will be coming up at about 10 p.m. New Zealand time. And we will also be covering some of that on the channel on Master Mail. Yes, me do. Bro, me too. And also, if Carlsberg did rugby teams Blues, says Alan Kennedy, and also home final will be Bluetiful. It's Bluetiful. I see that from Shane. Yeah, Lachlan Lonergan. Ready to throw this one in, like they're saying. If the Brumbies score now, it is anyone's game. And the Brumbies were $13 underdogs. And is Eklund back on? He is indeed. Recently making his way back out there about 5 minutes ago. And now the Brumbies, they start to move. It's gone down. It's an advantage once again to the Brumbies. Now Ere Simoni trying to make his way through a gap. Now going back across the line. Ryan Lonergan. Ball on the outside. Good hands from Andy Muir. Definitely in slippery, wet conditions. 5 meters out from the line. Finley Christie getting out of there. They've still got the advantage, though, for the Brumbies, so they will be able to throw everything at this attack. Now, Alessio goes back across. Ere Simone does the short ball. It's slippery, and that's somehow a magical offload from Hudson Crichton. I don't even know how he did that one because he was slipping and sliding, and he somehow found his way through. It will be Bodie-Phil. And also, you got a Hamish legend, says John there, and also Tossa Blues Tosso, says Tech Tim Fiji, and also Contact Boys, says Carlin. So really, the more time the Blues use up defending here, the better for them. And the Brumbies, the less time they take to be able to score a try now, the better for them. Now, Big Pete Samu up the middle. Great tackle there from Finley Christie. Literally threw his whole body on the line there. Now, Lachlan Lonergan, the super sub. We've seen her score many times. Everyone's slipping around. Big shot from Mark Talia. Driving him backwards. They're going back for the penalty. And also from the Czech Republic. And also Beautiful. All right. And also Carlsberg. Now we're talking, says Nazi Williams. And also Let's Go Blues. Take it home. And then he did. And also used the power of elbows Finley. And then he did. He's cagey for that one. Now they are kicking this one for the touchline once again for the Brumbies. You got to keep it up, says Ben O'Keefe. Of course, he is talking about the rolling ball, nothing else. Ryan Lonergan gave it off to Pete Samu. And literally Finley Christie just got smacked into a new dimension. But luckily, he used his body enough to stop him. And also Jez Butler. And as well from... And it was Shane Thompson and also black and yellow, black and yellow. Hey, Nick Frost. They didn't actually stop the clock for him. They did use up just a little bit more time. And I saw a KFC sign. They do, or there. Do they sell KFC at the ground? Says Master Mel. I know that KFC is one of their major sponsors. And a couple of the grounds you can kind of buy the bucket hats. That's stolen by the Blues. And that was Tom Robinson once again getting another line-out steal. Chile has been unreal this season, says Carlin. Yeah, the Blues, their backline is just stacked at the moment. And also we've got their Pittsburgh, says JSB. And also how much time left, says Jacob. It is currently 7 minutes left. And greeting from Cloud9. Welcome in. Have you seen Jurassic World Domination or Dominion film released 2 days back? I have not. I haven't actually seen any of the Jurassic Park or Jurassic World movies. And yeah, there's a little KFC tent up there on the right. It's so cute. Like a little chicken circus. And a robbery, absolute robbery, says Master Mel. Is that for like Robinson stealing it at the right time or something else? But also all the Kiwis and expats Kiwis. I will buy all the KFC at the stadium and need some no dose, bro. A bit yawny. This is Shane. Yeah, I think it's from, we did quite a few live streams yesterday and then I probably didn't get as much sleep as I normally do. Can I time out, Master? Says Betty. We'll leave him for now. We'll see how it goes. So, and also Brumbies, you play your high-class game. Sorry. Yes, sorry. Says Buttermaker, also offside, says Nathan, and also time sticking away. Quick red ball for that yawn, mate, says Shane. It's stolen there by the Brumbies, and they've been able to take it back. And also he stole the ball. That's as our line-out ball, not his, says Master Mel. Oh, it's not quite like the under fives. You are allowed to contest for a line-out in this age group. Erase some money. Now tackled low by Adrian Choate. And also Gingers for Life, says Max. And also we have got there go the Blues, says Brez. Now, taken back, Kurt Eklund. Using up a little bit more time. We're up to 74 minutes through this game now. And also we cover the first session for today and more with your mum and dad. So I know that we are going to be doing the first session of the cricket. I'm not sure whether or not it is my mum or my dad joining me. I think more than likely out of the two, it's probably my dad more likely. They're actually going to be going upstairs here for the high tackle. So this could end up with a yellow card, or as Master Mel would like it, a red card and a suspension for life from the game. But now Shane McDermott for the TMO. He'll be looking for it. Oh, it's head on head. Well, that one. So they're going to be checking for it. Was ducking down. This could be, I mean, to be fair, if it's a yellow or a red, it doesn't completely matter because either way, he's going to be off the field for the rest of the game. After game, Brumbies 32, Blues 23. Congrats, Brumbies, says Walton. Also, we have the says Nazi. And also, we have got, I wish I'm a Crusaders fan. They always win. Easy red card and life suspension, says Master Mel. And also, clean hit ref. And there. Oh, that's big contact in the weather as well. So, oh, so they're saying danger's not severe because he's not running into it. This. Okay. I mean, to be fair, for me, that's probably close to a red. Boom. Straight into the head. And they do say that your head is considered as your shoulder, which is a weird thing. And also, ball carrier leaned into it. Yeah, he was dipping, which I think will change it from a red to a yellow. I think he's just going to get it. But either way, he is off the field for the rest of the game. And I was like, oh, they're hugging, says Katie. And I was like, how many minutes left? We've only got another 5 minutes. And also, who is watching both Sky and this commentary, says Shane. And also, who do you think Roger Tuivasa-Sheck? Or do you think Roger Tuivasa-Sheck will be called into the All Blacks? How much thoughts? Says Daniel. It's close. It depends on the other injuries a little bit, I would say. But for me, I think he still needs a little bit more time. He's been playing well, but I don't want him to end up kind of going in there straight away and getting like his confidence taken away. And also, thanks again for you as well, says Shane. And also, your old fella is a Kiwi legend. What a good dad. You have the Amish. Does he do cones, bro? Well, he's probably hiding it from you, says Johnny Long and Strong. Not that I know of, Johnny, but I'm sure if he did, and we're up in Waikato. See how it goes. And also a festival of yellow cards. And also we have got the he's gone, damn it. And also the Blues are going to, and also where's the HIA assessment requirement? Says Johan Lavaskakani there. It's a good question. Has Tom Wright gone off? Because if he hasn't, I would be extremely surprised as his head got shaken. So he will be down on this near side if he is still out on the field. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not he is still there out on the wing. But currently the rolling ball once again starting to open up for the Brumbies. Blues play better with 10 and down 14 for 5.5 minutes and lose Crusaders Blues. And their muted Sky replaced with this platform heaps better, says Shane. So I do appreciate that a lot, mate. And yeah, hopefully we haven't or we're not too out of sync. Currently sitting 75 minutes and 20 seconds through. That's going to be another penalty to the Brumbies. The crowd are not happy. At the moment, he's in the mail, says Master Mail. And also we got the muted Sky. Oh no, I really want to also go the Blues, says Tamaso Ali'i. And also here we go, try, says Master Mail. Okay, who's the captain? Bowden. Already 2 cards for foul play. He said if there's any more penalties down here, you are having another friend going to the bin, Bowden. And also the ref just cost us a try. What, for warning Bowden? I guess. No? I don't know. Okay, have a chat to your team. There's been keep to Bowden Barrett, and that is the link to the Kiwi Lad Sport. Anyone who does want to check that out, be sure to. It is our other channel. We are going to be covering the All Whites taking on the Costa Ricans in the football very soon. And also we have got a few other videos coming up on that channel. And Stop the Rolling Mill, says Master Mel. And also read to who, says Tech Tim. So it was a yellow card to the Blues. And that was to Adrian Choate. Now, going to be taken by Darcy Swain. And it looks like the Blues trying their absolute best to stop this rolling maul. But it looks like it's now starting to creep forward just a little bit more. And thanks a lot for the commentary, bro. First time on your channel. Very good, good energy, good vibe. Says Shane that. I do appreciate you being here, mate. That's close. That's a try for Lachlan Lonergan. The super sub has done it again. And I think they're going to want to check this one possibly. So then 76 minutes through this game. Oh, crunchy maul. And Aussie Rocks, mate, says Shane. And then try time, says Amelia there. And can just hear Justin Marshall now, says Carlin. You won't be too happy with that one. I can hear Sir John Kerwin probably is the man who will be complaining more about that one, but we will go like this. And we will go like this as well. In the 77th minute, there is still time for a last-minute drop goal from the Brumbies. And holy moly, yo, I just flipped the table, says Katie. Yeah, but now, Noel Alessio trying to line this one up. This is the difference between a drop kick making it a draw and a drop kick making it a win. And Caleb Foley has said, hi, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Must win versus Costa Rica so we can get to the Qatar World Cup. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. A red card, as I said, Doc Yestra. Only a yellow for Adrian Choate. But now, with 7 minutes left, that's a lie, 3 minutes left, damn. It's on, come on, Blues. And it's getting close. And that kick has gone over from Noel Alessio as well. So the score, 20 points to 19 with only 3 minutes left. Come on, the Blues. Says Reen there. And Blues need kick-off long. Yeah, they need to try and trap the Brumbies deep in their own 22. They are playing with 14 men as well, I should mention, for the Blues. They are the man disadvantage, but Lachlan Lonergan, he has been sensational off the bench for the Brumbies all season, and you can see how much it means to the Brumbies coach. He was just screaming from the rooftops as Caleb playing. He is not injured at the moment. Caleb Clark, unfortunately. And Brumbies costly missed 2 points. A goal, says Emash Joy, and tries are scored, but holes are clenched. He's getting a couple of Brumbies, says Viniana. And also we have got let's effing go Brumbies, says Alex Brown. But do let me know, ladies and gentlemen, with 2 minutes left, he has kicked it deep and long, taken nicely by Tom Banks. Looks like he wants to run it back out. It's a good attack and run there from Banks. Now sitting 22 meters out. Come on, Blues, dig deep, and Blues need a miracle for a drop kick, says Reen. And also we have got the let's go Brumbies, says Gladys, and Blues has to try. Certainly need something, either a try or a penalty. Bowden Barrett now in the hands of the Blues, running hard. Can he do something sensational here, Bowden Barrett? He was almost able to score earlier on in the match. Tom Robinson now with this ball in hand, getting driven backwards, sitting on the halfway line. If the Brumbies get the turnover like they're just about to, it was close. But Finley Christie spotted the opportunity. That was close to fall from Akira Ioane, or from Rico to Akira, I should say. And also, who's going to win one more, guessing those small children high into the air. And also, Brumbies to knock it on, says Jane. And also, come on, Bob, and don't sell Blues, says Carlin. Straight over the ball for the Brumbies. They've asked for the penalty. They've asked for the turnover, but the penalty was clean, and they didn't need the penalty. And now it's a tackle release. The Brumbies have got this ball back with 1 minute left. Now, one last chance. Can the Brumbies in the Blues streak? And now, back into the pocket. No, Noel Alessio attacks. In fact, it is Ire Simoni. The Blues need to make sure their discipline is on point here. And the handling errors from the Brumbies are a minimum for them. Now, Lonergan, after 5 phases now, Nick Frost. Oh, he's so close to dropping that one. But he's just been able to hang on. And also by the Brumbies says, he's back into the pocket. Lalicio, it's charged down by big offer. Toanga Fussy getting the hands up in time. But the Brumbies have still got this ball with 30 seconds left. They're inside of their own half now. But Noel Alessio, I want to know how accurate that one was. Finley Christie being taken out. It's going to be an advantage for the Blues for a knock-on. And now it's back out. And they have got 19 seconds. I hope Bowden Barrett doesn't run backwards here. Instead, he's going to kick it downfield. It's become a penalty to the Blues. And that might be enough. They've got 9 seconds, and they'll just tap this and put it into touch, I would think, for the end of the game. But Offa Toanga Fussy, he's going to become one of the most popular men in Auckland. We'll have all sorts of gifts showing up at his doorstep for charging down that one. And big Offa Toanga Fussy. And also we got their Blues to win in turnover in 20-19. And also much better match than last night and kick it out, Blues, says Teddy. So all they have to do is tap, kick it out. And the Blues, they have won this match 20 points to 19. And that's the game. The final is secure. Crusaders taking on the Blues live from Eden Park next week. And also, what an upset. There's Master Mo, and also Nick Minute, says Gladys. And also contact in there. And also they will get stomped by the Crusaders, says Hayden. And the best thing is, both of these sides, the Crusaders and the Blues, scored the exact same amount of points. And can see you're a Blues fan, says Larry. I'm actually from Canterbury, believe it or not. I'm not actually from Auckland at all. Just love when a game is close at the last moment like this one was. And also close call by Brumbies. Kez, Kelly J, and also, yeah, my Blues. Says Vito Skux, and also Blues keep. And Wahoop. And also go on, Brumbies made it interesting. Yeah, fair play to the Brumbies in this game. They fought hard, and they could have won it at many moments. And also Canterbury, says Hayden, and also GG both teams, and also Satyrs worry sick, and also let's go Blues, destroy the Satyrs for us Chiefs fan, plus everybody else, And Tech Tim Fiji has said the Blues and let's go Chahu. Crusaders versus Blues, that will be the final. I wish we had a playoff between Chiefs and Brumbies, though. That would be kind of cool to see who gets third, just because I'd love to watch it. And also, where's Itchy incoming? There's Gary Dixon there. And also, see you all in the final next week, hoping for better weather. And also, drop Golden Knight, says Ace. And it was almost kind of poetic, the way that the Brumbies were almost able to get that drop kick back. I feel like that would have made the crowd absolutely go nuts. Even though they are Blues supporters, a majority of them there, would have been absolutely awesome. And also, thank you, mate. Great work. And also, thanks, Blues, says David. And also, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the commentary. Good job, brother, says Teddy. And I do appreciate you, mate. And yeah, we have got plenty more videos coming up in the future, whether it is previews and also lineup videos. The final we are going to be covering on the channel as well. And great call, Hamish, despite the nose in that, says Nazi Williams. Yeah, luckily the hay fever kind of calmed down a little bit in the second half, but it was still a little bit rougher than we would have liked. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And also be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport, which is that pinned comment that I have just put in the chat. It does take you over to the Kiwi Lad Sport, where we will be covering plenty more live action. And we have got the game between New Zealand and Costa Rica coming up in the very near future. So be sure, hit subscribe over there. And also, Blues going to win, says Malipa. And they did indeed. 20 points to 19 now. Crusaders and Blues in the final. Going to be pretty awesome to see. Thanks, mate. Great work, says Cullen. And I do appreciate you all being here. See you for the Stormers versus Ulster. The only time I support anything Auckland related, says Jolly Long and Strong. And we have also, I should mention, got our live stream coming up relatively soon. And that will be the matchup taking place between, we'll actually be doing the first session, And it is going to be the matchup taking place between New Zealand and England for the test match. I feel like I went blank for a second. Just sub, brother, says Teddy. I do appreciate that, mate. And also, how could the Blues number 7 get a yellow? The other guy changed direction, says one-legged hobbly guy. And there, so yeah, it was still head-on-head contact, which I think was the costly factor for them. What time that? Nazi Williams has said. So that will be at 9:55. And also, we've got that rugby. So stuff. Are you sure you can call it rugby? Says Troy. And also, thank you very much, says Jay. No worries at all. From an Irish fan, the All Blacks are starting 10. Mo'unga at 10. That's okay because we have Sexton, says Dr. Ezra. And also, even though I spent one of the best weeks of my life in Christchurch, says JSB. And also, rest of cheap, typical Kiwis, says Mark there as well. Yeah, Brumbies unlucky not be able to get themselves over the line there. But that's the thing. Did the Brumbies get a yellow card in the end? Or was it just the yellow cards to the Blues? I think the Blues ended up with 2 yellow cards, didn't they? And the Brumbies not ending up with that one. So not quite able to make the most of that opportunity, sadly. And also, yeah, Master 2 and 15 and underscore paid off. Nicely done, mate. And also, we have got the Woohoo Blues too slick. And also, we have got the thanks, Hamish, says John. And see you later, Alligator, says Jelly Longstone. And Woohoo Blues too slick. And Kakite Ano in the chat. And also, very good game. Brumbies gave away a couple of kickable 3 points they could have won the game with. And the Blues have put up a spirited performance in their home ground, says Sir. And because of it now, they do have the home final up against the Crusaders next week, which should be a very entertaining one. And also, to Hamish, says JSB. And New Zealand versus New Zealand. Says Etienne, and good effort from the Brumbies, says William. Yeah, they were only half an inch off winning that game. The thing is, like, if the Noel Alessio drop kick had missed the hands of Ofatoanga Fussy, I would have loved to see it from behind and see whether or not that kick was going over North versus South. Says Betty, and also very good effort, Brumbies, and also Liam McDonald versus Razor. Both Cantabs and also Master Mel watch the Blues defeat the Crusaders in the final. Says Mitchell, and thanks, Hamish, for your nice game. And your company it was very fantastic. Enjoy this game. Unlucky. My ass ref needing and even out the penalty out. The ref needs to be sacked, says Troy there. And also, we have got to see you for the next one, says Daniel. So, yeah, nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. Be sure to check out the Kiwi Lad Sport. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel. And I will see you all for the cricket a little bit later on. And then Ulster taking on the Stormers. So, we'll see you all